Dean, Hasbro is based as fuck, bro.
Based?
Based, bro.
What do they
Based
do now?
AF, dude. So I am on this like Transformers kick, and like every few years I get on this little kick, right? You see a figure at Walmart or Target or Amazon, and you're kind of like, yeah, I mean, I fucking love Transformers, right?
Yeah,
You know,
it's a classic.
and it's not hard to stream the content, but it is historically been pretty annoying. So, Tubi has a lot of their shows for free, and I love Tubi. I think Tubi, for someone that doesn't have cable like me, Tubi is like a godsend. You can watch so much content on Tubi. But when you're watching episodic content, like binging it, you're watching the same commercial 50 times a day, and it's unskippable. It's like totally irrelevant stuff, right? I
Yeah.
always go back to this, but when I was watching X Files years ago, it was all this. And again, I think it's a great medicine, but HIV, AIDS treatment, drugs, and I'm like, God damn, like I'm just
Then
trying to
there's
watch
something I
Beast
don't
Wars.
know with
And I
my
was like, am I
all
am
my
I okay?
data.
I know, right? All that LB, you know what I'm saying? Um, and so I was just like, dude, I would rather not watch Transformers than fucking watch, all these fucking ads. And years ago, I remember that there were like channels that would just upload like here's season one Beast Wars in one video, and it's like 6 hours long or 10 hours long, and it was fantastic. But I remember a few years ago, those channels started getting taken down, and so that's why I kind of had to go to like Tubi, and watch the ads. Turns out, Dean, Hasbro Pulse, the official Hasbro channel, has uploaded basically every episode of every Transformer show ever on its YouTube channel. And they're separated by playlists. They have like marathons.
Wow.
They have live streams where like you can just like jump in the middle of an episode and like people are in the chat talking about Transformers. It's fucking awesome. So I've
Holy
been
shit.
watching Generation 1, and they have Prime, they have fucking basically all the good shows. I don't know if there's probably shows out there that aren't on there, but I mean it's pretty fucking base, dude. Like and it makes sense cuz they own the characters, right? Like they make the toys, but they also own the shows. Genius, bro. And they got to be making buku money off of AdSense. Like, these long ass marathons, like every episode you're watching at least two commercials. Amazing, bro. Totally amazing. This is
That's
just for everyone
exciting.
as
I know what
well.
I'm doing tomorrow.
Bro, I was watching fucking G1 all day
Yeah,
today.
that's amazing.
G1 is like a fever dream, by the way. That show has so much shit going on. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic. Did you get to the
So,
Dino Bots yet?
so I started years ago. I watched most of season one, but right now there's this one Transformer that I'm like all on about, Triptychon. So I'm in season 3 right now, but I plan to go back to the earlier seasons. Yeah, I
Nice.
think they do have GI Joe on there as well for Hasbro. They have so much content; it's amazing.
That's just on their YouTube
Absolutely amazing.
channel.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Yeah,
had
it's
no
it's
idea.
crazy, and like
Because
it's just so cool to watch stuff like that with people live. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
what are they streaming right now? Let's see. Let's see what they're streaming right now. It's crazy, man. Like what
yeah,
a
like you, I used to watch it on YouTube for a stretch there, and then it just all disappeared. So I had no
yeah.
idea that it even existed.
They're streaming the third and fourth season right now live, and there's people in the chat chatting about Transformers and stuff. Like
Wow.
it's crazy. And all you have to do has a report. It's a free. I guess I should subscribe. I feel bad. I won't subscribe, but yeah, you just go down and they have season 3, season 2, season 1. They have all kinds of different shows on here. War for Cybertron, like it's amazing, bro. It's
Wow.
it's pretty cool, man.
That is
All the
awesome.
shows that I am interested in watching are, I guess, so old that no one really cares that they're on YouTube. But yeah, like you can find all of Robotech on YouTube.
Yeah,
All of both of the Sonic cartoons, Saturday
yeah,
AM and The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. So, I mean, it's nice to see that you have something
yeah.
now too.
Yeah, and to be clear, sorry, I misspoke. Transformers Official also has a lot of the content as well. So Pulse has
They just
some
earned a
stuff.
sub.
They just earned a subscriber. Like they got Beast Wars, bro. They got fucking Robots in Disguise.
They just earned 2.
Dude, if they have
Wow.
Armada on here, I'm gonna be fucking binging, bro. With Transformers Armada, it's the shit, man. I'll see
I
it.
don't see
All right,
it.
we're gonna look into that. Anyways, have y'all ever binge shows like this, like on YouTube? Dean, you just said you watch Robotech.
Yeah, like I said, I used to do that Transformers too. So
Yeah.
that was probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. I started watching them the same as you from the beginning all the way
shit.
through. I think I can't remember how
Love Armada.
far I made it. I didn't get to the end before they just disappeared. But yeah, I was trying to relive my childhood watching those. I never got into like the Beast Wars and stuff. That kind of came in after I was into them, so that stuff didn't do anything for me. But might be worth checking out now.
Dude, Beast Wars is genuinely the greatest show ever made. Like, it actually has incredible plot. It's so fucking good.
I think Beast Wars was the first Transformers I really ever watched. Like, I knew what Transformers was growing up, but Beast Wars around the time of like Reboot and
Yeah, let us know, chat.
I don't know if you guys remember Reboot at all. But like when cartoons started going more into like 3D instead of, sticking to 2D. And so I watched Beast Wars, but I never really it never really hooked me the way other things did. I think I even enjoyed Bionicle more than Beast Wars, but
Dude, Bionicle's dope, dude.
Bionicle was fucking severely underrated, dude. They need to bring it back.
Dude, I remember they came in that little fucking bank teller thing.
Yeah, dude.
I think it was fucking dope, dude. I had the white one, my brother the red one, and then my other brother had the blue one.
Dude,
Series 1, dude. They're expensive,
Bionicle
man.
lore is crazy. And yeah, dude.
It is really crazy.
The aftermarket is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to check out the Transformers things. Oh, but now I'm afraid that I'm gonna get into something else. I'm gonna start fucking buying shit.
Yeah, Jetfire is basically Robotech, so I mean, you already got the nice
Yeah.
little bridge there. Jason says he watches G.I. Joe. Let's see here. Fern watches SpongeBob. Very cool. Very cool. Look at this, Thomas. Anyways, let's. Eddie, you watch anything on the YouTubes?
Sorry, I'm not as old as you guys. My Transformers is Michael Bay. So
Dude, Michael Bay. Dude, I say this
That's-
many times. Michael Bay, dude, that shit is incredible. Movie 1.
Yeah.
Is that movie based?
Oh, it's based.
yeah,
bro.
that's my
Megan
only
Fox,
question.
bro?
Is,
Yeah, I
the
don't know
hell
what that
is
means
based?
either.
What the hell
I
is
don't know what it
based?
means.
You
I
don't know what it means?
I thought it sounded cool, so
Based is
He's trying to make it stick.
I think it's when the pH is above 7. I think.
Jeez.
no. Like when when something's based, it's like,
Like cool, you know.
well, it depends on who you ask, but yeah, I guess
Thank
you'd
you,
have to
base
look up
gods.
the exact definition. But someone would say oh, Trump is based as fuck. Like,
Oh, like basic.
Still don't know what that means.
My
like
heart goes
basic?
out to him.
No.
You know?
I still
no,
don't
not
get it.
basic, but I think,
Look up Urban
boys are
Dictionary.
boys and girls are girls. That's based. That's a based opinion.
Oh,
I think Transformers should be free on the internet. That's based.
The opposite of cringe, sometimes the opposite of biased.
like old school? Or
yeah, the
one
more
way,
like
one
a
way
conservative
of
way of thinking.
thinking? Yeah, one way. Okay.
Like, I'm not afraid to say like
The
Eddie
opposite
with
of,
his
the opposite
favorite
of
word.
cringe.
Someone would say that, oh, it's pretty based. Eddie says his favorite word all the time.
Back,
Yeah.
baby.
It starts with an R, by the way. No,
Really
G
cool
words
guy.
coming back too. No, I'm just playing.
Wow.
yeah, that would be like,
There
oh,
is-
fuck, it's based.
There is some shows I never think to look up on YouTube. Old cartoons. There's some cartoons that I like that they don't make anymore, but I don't know if you guys know them. There was this show called Slacker Cats, and they only did one
remember that.
season, I think. And it was hilarious, dude.
I remember
it's
Samurai
basically-
Pizza Cats.
Samurai.
Jesus.
That sounds familiar.
know
Slacker
either
Cats
of
was
these.
like an adult show. I think it was on Comedy Central or something like that. And it was cats that get high and stuff while their owners are out doing stuff. They get into, different
Pet
things
shenanigans.
going on. Yeah. it was funny as hell, and one of the cats' name was Eddie, so it was funny. And
Of course.
there's
Slime
also
reference.
an old cartoon that I can't find. Dean might know it because he's super into I guess Zach too, anime and robots and stuff. But like, do you guys remember
Thank You, Base God.
Metabots?
Oh yeah, with the orange dude.
Yeah, like with
Yeah,
Metabee and
That was on
was
like
like-
Toonami or something, right?
yeah. I can't find that anywhere, so maybe they have some episodes of that on YouTube.
Oh, Metabots. Yeah, that is kind of.
They had toys of that. We
That's
talked about
that's kind of like
I have
along the lines
a-
of like Zoids.
dude.
I
Zoids
have a
fucks,
model
dude.
kit of them.
Zoids
show
is
you
pretty
Zoids
good.
is
but-
dope.
The original Zoids. They did other ones I wasn't a fan of.
You didn't like New Century Zero?
Oh fuck! There you go. You have one.
That's pretty sweet.
What's his
Yeah.
name? Millipede?
Metabee.
Oh, Metabee.
Yeah.
What is it?
Metabee.
Yeah, no, I used to watch that show.
Just said it.
I forgot. I have a short-term memory.
Yeah, it was cool, dude. It was like fighting,
Real
kind of like
short.
battle bots. But yeah, stuff like that. I should look up on YouTube more. I never think about. If I'm on YouTube, it's reviews or
Asmongold.
grilling stuff, or some of that.
That's
Elon
based,
Musk highlights.
Yeah.
I'm usually afraid to go back and look at some of
Milking
that stuff
videos.
from my childhood because it turns
Wow.
out half of it's pretty fucking bad.
Pretty bad. Yeah.
Like Steamboat
Yeah.
Willie and,
Yeah, exactly.
you know. Because he's old. That's the joke.
Yeah, I got it. It landed. Thanks.
Oh, boy.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the adult collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collecting weekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey, guys. My name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Eddie.
Mike.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. And if you're joining us live, I'm sorry you can't skip the intro when it's live, but we thank you for joining us anyway. Whether you are also catching us on the replay, thank you for listening to the show, wherever you're listening to us. SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, wherever you catch your favorite podcasts. You're catching us, so thank you.
This one goes out to Sayful for his treasonous words.
Are you an angel?
Just kidding. Can you imagine?
Dude, twice. Yeah, that's good.
Oh boy, we have a great show for you guys tonight. We actually have a lot to talk about tonight. And Dean, before we talk about all that stuff, we have a very special segment that we start off all of our best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What'd you get new this week? I had a pretty good week. If you caught Zach's vlog or Z-log, as we
Z-Log,
call it,
thank you.
I met up with him and he got me the Fang, the 4-inch Fang figure from Sonic the Hedgehog. I know him as Knack the Weasel. They changed his name and also his race. He's not a weasel anymore. He's or species, not race. Sorry. He's not a weasel. He's I forget what the fuck he is, but he's a bounty hunter. He's cool. I've always liked him. And then I got
the
a
only
little
4 inches that you got on the Z-Log.
yeah. And I also picked up a Flicky, which are like, I don't know if you ever played the old Sonic games, but whenever you like stop Eggman, all the little animals jump out of the machine.
Oh,
those
yeah.
are like those are Flickies. So I picked up a Flicky at Heroes of Fantasies.
Damn, you got bent over, bro.
Sounded like
It was only $2 more than if I went to Target.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And then I got from Zach, beautiful, wonderful, handsome Zach, and his even more amazing wife, his actually better half.
The fuck? Yeah, I gave Dean a flicky too, by the way, if you want. Flick it a bean.
Yeah. He did the head sculpts for me of my character, Estrella, if you watched our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough for the Mythic Legions. And then Ozal the Wise, his character from Baldur's Gate and Dungeons and Dragons. And I put those on their respective Mythic Legions bodies, and badass. They're super cool. It made me fall in love with Mythic Legions all over again because, they're amazing. So
Dean was questioning my handiwork, saying that the head sculpt was too big and it was not good enough. And
that's not what I said. I said the body that I chose for it was too small.
It's the same body, bro. I used the same one. It was
no. This is a different body, and it's way better.
No, it's not possible.
Mine
works fine.
Because the robe, as you could see his feet. If you use the other body, the robe's too big, and it just looks like a floating head on a towel rack. So,
what is it? The INART figure?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is Ozal and Estrella are on my. I need to work on Bernard and Zothis next, and then I'll call it a. I also have my Emperor that I need to finish. Tentacle face, so.
Balchinian.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
We're like a Dick Chinian, really.
Wow.
Well, because they're long.
I did catch the Z log, and some of the funniest parts are Dean wanting to eat his lunch, and Zach keeps like talking more, and Dean's like, "Can I eat my burger now?" Like,
what the hell? I think you watched the wrong vlog,
like,
bro.
What'd you get? What'd you get? He's like, "You're taking the camera."
Well, no, he grabbed the camera from me. Anyways, he was trying to put it down. I guess.
In at the end when Dean just wanted him to end it so he could talk to him off camera.
I'm making content, bro. The funny part was literally right when we were about to start filming, this lady like destroyed this bottle, like baby bottle, and I guess it's been a while since I've had a baby. I didn't realize they're made of glass now. This thing like imploded in like a trillion pieces.
Yeah, right
like,
behind me.
Literally, glass was like all the way to the other side of like both sides of the restaurant. Like the Death Star just fucking imploded, and it took him so long to clean up. And I was like, dude.
Yeah, you can see it on camera. The milk or whatever the formula.
If you look behind you,
that's
like,
what that was.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I don't know if she tripped because it was behind me, but just fucking scared the shit out of us.
I thought it was an assassination attempt, bro.
Yeah, dude.
They were coming
crazy,
for Dean.
dude. Yeah.
I was like, not me too.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I'm not that based, please.
My heart goes out to you, Dean. Eddie, what did you get? You got a lot of stuff.
Oh,
damn.
Nice editing skills here, sir.
Thanks, bro.
That was the worst part. I was like, dang, I sent Zach 3.
I know. I was like, these better all be the
pictures.
different figures.
Yeah, I had a good week. It seems like a lot, but really it all costs like the price of a hot toy nowadays. So I think I paid total like, I don't know, close to 4, maybe like $380 for all of them. So not bad. But I got Jor-El, General Zod, and Man of Steel Superman, and they're awesome. The Jor-El is really awesome. The head sculpt is insane. Obviously, everybody knows these figures have been around forever, but they still hold up. Like with Jor-El, the part that's amazing is the head sculpt, and then Zod is a really sick figure. Like for today's standards, it still has a lot of realism, and because it's all the suit and the helmet and everything. The only thing is, with both of those, their ankles are loose because they're older, so you can't really get away from that.
Hit it with some nail polish.
Yeah, I can. I should probably do that. But the Zod is probably the coolest one, dude. With the flight stand and him like hovering, he looks sick with the cape and everything. And then I really, really wanted the Man of Steel because I actually think in videos it looks like it has the best Henry Cavill likeness to me. I think it's something to do with the hair. Like it looks, because I had the only other Henry Cavills I had was I had the red and blue Justice League suit for a little while, and then I had the black suit, and those two looked good when I had them. And then once the INART came out, I was like, okay, this is insane. But now that I have the Man of Steel in hand, I think that one is better than those ones. And I don't know where they lost it along the way, but to me, it's like those ones always felt like they had a really big forehead and chin. I don't know, but it looks really good. I have some issues on it that I'm trying to fix. It had a couple marks on the head, so I'm trying to do using the pimple gel to get the marks out, or like make them fade away a little bit. And I think it's working, but you have to do it a lot. Like,
yeah,
I'm like day 3 of like letting it sit all day with different different layers, and I feel like it's fading, but very slowly. So I'm just gonna keep going and see if it like can go all the way away. But I think the bigger the mark is, the harder it is to get rid of it. I had some smaller marks; they went away after the first pass. The other, like the bigger marks, are the ones that take longer, but it's still pretty sick. I love it. I think I've been watching like mod videos on YouTube, and I think I'm gonna try and mod this figure a little bit. Remove the piece under the traps to make the cape sit lower. There's some other, like, people painted the suit. I might try doing stuff like that, like at least with the black marks to make them more blue. I don't know. I've been like having like an itch to like mod figures lately. So, and because these ones are cheaper and older, I'm not that worried about doing it. So yeah, it's been fun, man. I like them a lot.
You'd be surprised. The figures are a lot more durable than I think people really think they are. I remember the first time I messed with the old Sideshow Darth Vader, I felt like I was doing heart surgery, but I mean, really it's like anything else. It's, they were meant to be displayed and played with to a certain extent, and people assemble these in a factory, so I mean, obviously there's typically ways to disassemble them, with the exclusion of some figures like the Spider-Man stuff where they're sewn into the suit. But these are really cool figures.
Did you have these before, Eddie, or is this your first time?
This is my first time owning all of these.
Yeah. Real quick, Moose says, in March I pre-ordered Rooted Paul Atreides from INART to get with the mouse. I received the standard sculpted version. What should my level of anger be? I would say probably 6 out of 10. We spoke with John this weekend, and we'll talk about that on our new Plus extension, which we'll talk about later in the show. But they basically said they dropped the ball on some courier stuff, meeting up with some collectors to get those exchanged, but they are actively working to fix everything and get everyone taken care of, as well as trying to see what they can do to I guess sort of make up for the inconvenience. But they are aware they do plan to fix this, and so it's just probably gonna take a little bit more patience.
Is it gonna need to message anybody, or they know who they fucked up?
They know that a mistake was made. In fact, here, just briefly, I don't mean to disrupt the show, but since this is mostly going to be on Plus, let me read what the exact verbiage was. Give me 1 second. I have it here. But basically, apparently, which I don't really understand how this happens, but they basically said, the quote is that INART had a batch ready to ship at the end of December. We got everything to the delivery company, but they look to have mislabeled the versions on some orders. You can contact customer service at inart.studio, and the team will make sure they arrange a pickup of the wrong version so that it can be returned to a California address. They will then arrange the correct version to be reshipped. They do say, though, because Chinese New Year, this was last week, but except next week is CNY, a lot of this will take some time, but it'll be done with no charge, and we will also see what else we can do to make up for the error. So they are aware of it. I'm sure they probably know who got what, but if you got the wrong version, that's the email to reach out to. Anyways, Eddie, you also got some other stuff.
Yeah, I never thought that I would own a Star Trek figure, but here I am. I have I looked it up. I don't know that I'm gonna unbox it. I still don't know yet. I might just keep it in box forever. But I want to give away from, I think his name is Figures in a Bubble now. Mike. He was formerly Action Figure Academy. he comments on our shows a lot and stuff. He had a giveaway, and I won. I think it's the first time I've ever won a giveaway. So that was pretty awesome. But
is this considered a win or a loss?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna take it as a win.
I wish Ben was here.
Only because I've never won before. I know. I wish Ben was here. I forgot he's out of town this week. But this is the Mirror Spock. I don't know if you know what that's from, Zach. But I had to look it up because I had to look it up by the number there because I have no idea what Mirror Spock is. But it looks pretty good. It's sold out on
Mirror Universe is, I think, like the thing, but I'll be honest, I'm clueless as to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's sold out on Big Bad, and so that's cool to have like a sought after figure. I might use it as trade bait, which Mike said is okay that I could do that later down the line. He said if you're not the biggest Star Trek fan, you could use it to trade for something, or because he said it was a sought after one from the line. So that's cool. So thanks a lot, Mike. And then the McFarlane line continues to grow. I got the Flash Batman, which was, I don't know that it was hard to get for a while, but it wasn't in stores anymore, and I think it was going for like a little bit above retail on eBay, like 30 or 40 bucks. So it restocked on McFarlane's website, and I was able to pick that one up to go with my Flash figures, because I do have the other Flash figures from the movie. So that's really cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, the McFarlane stuff is awesome, man. I'm gonna keep getting all of those figures. This one has the fabric cape too, so hopefully he keeps doing those.
Is it wired fabric cape?
No, it's not wired. The only one that I have that's wired is Robin from Forever, and Superman's cape is wired. I don't think anything else is wired.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Congratulations on
Thanks.
the haul, Eddie. Mike, what'd you get?
Yeah, it's my turn, to shout out the lovely Trevor Weed from the Patreon group. I think you guys mentioned last week that he was offloading some figures, basically just giving them away to some of the guys in the Patreon, and these were the ones that I scored from him. The couple Predators, the Berserker Predator and the Tracker Predator. Not either figure that I would have chased down, but for the price of free, I was all about it. And these things are just gnarly, man. There's some age to them, so the pleathers flaking away and stuff, all the stuff that he had warned me about. But man, these things are just, like I said, they're gnarly, they're creepy. I got to figure out where I'm actually gonna be able to put them, because the family is not a fan of the looks of these things, especially that dog. So they may kind of have to be tucked into the corner somewhere. But yeah, like I said, shout out to Trevor, man. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, what a nice thing to do. I mean, the figures that he was giving away, some of them are incredibly hard to find. I think the not the highlight, but they were all really cool. Because I got the comic Green Goblin, but one that I was shocked he gave away was the Omni-Man, which is like a really good figure, and it's one that like people consider a grail. Like, we knew people that were trying to buy that one for years and couldn't find it for sale, because no one wants to sell that one. So yeah, super nice of him. And I think everyone, obviously everyone was excited to get figures, but I think the beautiful thing that happened was like people that were late to it, like me, everyone kind of was like not too greedy, where it's like, oh, you can have this one or this one, kind of parsed it out, which was really, and that's not the first time it's happened in the Patreon chat either. It was amazing. So Trevor said, was there a third Predator by chance?
No, it was just those two.
Wow. If there's a third one, I'll take it. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Can you imagine?
Which one is it? Dibs?
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
I picked up, it was weird. I was actually going to cancel this pre-order, and I'm glad that I didn't. Amazon is really weird with pre-orders. They don't tell you when your stuff like is going to arrive sooner. They don't tell you when, essentially anything. Like, you just order it and then it just kind of comes at some point. But I got the McFarlane Silver Age Batman, and I think it's Ace the Hound, if I'm not mistaken, for $25.
It came with the dog?
Yeah, it came with the dog, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's
That's
like a
pretty cool.
fully, it's a, it's a fixed pose thing, but I mean, it's a big ass chunk of plastic that they painted and sculpted, and it's it's pretty fucking cool.
I need to make one for Scratch.
So he has a mask. That's the only thing I'm not sure if you care about.
Oh, the dog has a mask too?
Yeah. He's got like a bat mask and a bat collar. It's really
dumb.
Cute.
He's a dog.
If he
like
didn't wear that,
the
everybody
identity of a
would know
dog.
who he
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
Right.
Yeah, well, they can't call his name, so how would they know? You know what I'm saying?
What's he call him then? Bad dog?
Dumbass.
No, I'm saying like, why is he wearing a mask? Like, it's not like you're gonna see a dog and be like, that's my fucking Ace, bro. That's the Bat Hound. Why is he wearing? You know what? Why is he wearing a mask?
I feel like if you put Kevin in a mask, people would be able to be like, "Yeah, it's the same fucking dog."
Well, apparently it doesn't work.
Yeah,
for
but
Superman. He
also,
puts on
yeah,
glasses
come
and
on.
then-
exactly. Superman is my point.
No, in fact,
get to mess his
Henry
hair up.
Cavill.
Henry
said he
Cavill at
tried
New
that.
York,
Yeah,
in front of the billboard, and no one recognized.
no one recognized him when he had the glasses on.
But I think that's also just New York. No one fucking pays attention anyway. There's videos of like people doing crazy ass
He
shit.
said he
and
went
no
into
one cares.
coffee shops and everything, and nothing happened.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Really cool
Idiots.
figure though.
That's
the
why they fired him.
articulation.
Wow.
Articulation, the wired cape, the paint. I love this thing. I'm so glad it didn't cancel.
Would you say figure of the year? At least on the
Are you kidding
6
me?
inch?
It's not 6 inch though.
Or
It's,
seven
Did you
it
say
would be
that's
non-traditional. McFarlane.
Wait.
Yeah. Yes.
Figure of 2024? Is that what you're saying?
I think
No,
it's
it just came out.
2025.
It came out
I
before
think
January.
no, it just barely came out.
No.
Well, okay, let me clarify. The awards is from November to November, so
Oh.
this would qualify for the
Okay, you're
the
right.
new award.
I
The-
forgot.
secondly, it's a good figure. I don't know if it's like the best thing that's going to come out this year.
Those ankles still bug the shit out of me. The way he
Okay,
does
well.
ankle stuff still bug me.
Yeah.
You're not
But I was I saw this at GameStop, Zach, and I don't get his comic stuff, but this one was really tempting because I really wanted Ace.
so good.
Ace is sick. And if I saw the Superman with Crypto, I'd want that one too, dude.
I don't even know
It
who
looks
made that
cool,
one.
but they got the breed wrong. It's all good.
For crypto or
Ace is supposed to be
Ace.
a Great
Supposed to
Dane,
be a
or is he a
Great Dane, yeah.
Doberman?
No, it's a great name. Or a Doberman, depending.
That would have been even cooler, Zach.
Because the
'cause he
Batman
just got
Beyond
one.
one is a Doberman, I think.
okay.
Well, I mean, is this not? I mean, I guess how would you know if it's a Great Dane? Because the ears are.
I
right?
mean, that
No, it
straight up
looks
looks
like
like a
a-
German Shepherd.
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
like
like
It
a-
does.
or a
It does
Malian
look like a
Muse or
German
whatever.
Shepherd. Yeah, Malinois.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It also doesn't have like the big forearm, not like nub thing that Great Danes have.
Although it does look a lot like my dog, so that makes me want.
It's like the bone.
Oh, it doesn't have a tail?
yeah, it's right.
Yeah, you can
behind
see it
his
there.
Foot.
Oh, I thought that you were saying the nub was.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay. So
Does it have the J&D comic accuracy?
Yeah, it's this butthole there.
Bat-shaped butthole.
Is he neutered?
Ooh, so Moose. I'm not gonna. Well, Moose is saying, and I got the screenshot here, that the INART solution for the issue was either a T-shirt or a discount, which is kind of crazy.
How much more expensive
t-shirt?
is the rooted
Yeah.
one?
I mean, it's expensive, but like they're gonna switch it out, but that's like in addition to switching it out.
Oh, I was like,
But that's-
what the
that's
fuck?
crazy.
I mean,
though.
he's still getting his figure. It's not like they.
That's dope.
Yeah, but it's the inconvenience though, because you have to take time out of your day, meet with the fucking courier. You're in a park. Well, hang on. You're in a parking lot for 2 hours. They don't fucking show up. There's no contact. Yeah, I get it.
Moose,
Is that a
double
thing?
XL. Let me get
Yeah.
one.
No, it's yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
We're going to
haven't
talk
been
about it
following.
later on CW Plus. If you guys want to, this is for Patreon members only.
Yeah. It'd be a little post-show mini stream. Link will be sent in the Patreon chat. If you want to join, patreon.com/collectingweekly. Let me know that you joined, and I'll add you to the Patreon chat so you can get in the live stream. Let's move on. What else do you want? I want my fucking figure. Just kidding. Honestly, like at that point, just send a second figure, bro. If you're making people wait in a parking lot for 2 fucking hours, like, just a waste of time for everybody. Just send me. Let me keep the standard. Yeah, fucking send me the right one. That's what I want at that point. Send it right the first time. Dean, we have a very special part of the show. It's called Did They Cause Baby, the show where we look at Hot Toys and ask, did they cause baby? Let's get into it. We'll start with Miles Morales from Across the Spider-Verse 2. Part 1? Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. That's all the words that I needed. I have the same complaint about this that I had when it was released. It's not the right scale. It's like mentioned many times in the show that he is much bigger as a human. He's much taller.
Yeah,
He's grown. He grew. And I don't like that they're using the same base body, at least so it appears, as the first figure. I do think the blue looks great. They have like this like blue metallic shading throughout the suit. I think that's great.
Is it the suit or the body? And just peering through the suit like the INART Superman?
That's a great question. I don't know. They just say it's like blue metallic highlights. It could be the underlying body, but I like the way it looks. I like the appearance that it gives. I missed out on the first one. I still think the first suit's a little bit more iconic for me, but if that ship has sailed and I don't want to deal with a used one, this might be an option. Though I did talk a lot of shit about it. I do like the way that you can layer over the suit to get the civilian look, and I think that portrait does look pretty good. So yeah, I'm considering jumping on the wait list. What do you think, Dean?
Yeah, this figure did cause baby. I think they've really got to do something about the fucking Nikes, dude. It's such a fucking bummer that these are just non-branded shoes. But
didn't he switch to Adidas?
Movie, I don't know.
Oh no, sorry, that was a video game one. My bad. I was confused.
Okay.
My bad.
I think the figure looks great, like with all the like streetwear on, like not in Spider-Man form, just walking up and down the street. I think that looks fucking amazing. But I think, like you said, it still kind of just looks a lot like the first Miles figure, and I just wasn't a big fan of it, and I never picked that one up because of it. So I don't see me picking up this one either.
Cool.
Sorry.
God damn it, Mike. He's too busy looking at fucking Ohio State championship shirts or something. You fucking guy.
Jealous. Yeah, so I think this looks amazing. I have the first one, and I think when that one came out, I think everybody kind of unanimously mentioned how good that one was. And this one really seems to follow in those footsteps. I mean, the different options for looks that you have is crazy. I mean, you can get 3 or 4 really completely different looks out of this thing, much like the older one. So it's definitely a win. For me, I'm not going to get it because I have the first one, and that one kind of hits a little closer to home, nostalgia wise for me. So it is a pass. I agree with you guys. I mean, they really do need to fork out a few more bucks to pay for that Nike license. I picked up the aftermarket Nikes for the one that I have. They're well worth it. So hopefully they're still available and you can maybe still track those down. But yeah, I think it looks amazing. I don't think anybody will be disappointed that picked this up. I would just add though, the picture on the left, those jeans, I don't know, man, they look like mom jeans or something. So I'm not sure that's the look that I would go for, but
Tim Duncan's
6 scale figures still struggle with jeans a lot. So I'd like to see some improvement there, but this looks good.
Wow. Yeah, I think it looks sick in the street clothes too. If I had it, that's definitely the look I'd go with. Plus, he has the Gore-Tex jacket, so that's dope. But Across the Spider-Verse, I love way more than the first movie. I don't know why. I love this movie. So I'm very tempted to get this, but I don't. If I got this, I would want Gwen. I would want 2099, and then I'd probably want Prowler Miles, because Prowler Miles is dope as hell, man. I'd probably need Prowler Miles before any of the other ones, but it would just start off a whole nother line that I need. But I am really tempted to have him in the streetwear and like even do create like a diorama background with like graffiti art. Like it would be a sick figure to have and display, I think. But I would definitely need the Nike shoes, so I'd have to figure out how to get those. But I think it's really sick, dude. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think the civilian clothes looks better than the Spider-Man suit. To be honest, I think if I were to get this figure, I think I would pose him like that with the street look. I think they really captured the look of the movie really, really well. Um, Although I don't know what body I would use for the streetwear. Is he the same height as other figures, or is he shorter?
It's the same base figure, I believe, as the first version.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, if I were to get him, like I said, I think I would pose him with the street. Well, I would probably make two figures, the Spider-Man and the streetwear. But I mean, yeah, it looks really good. But like like everybody said, I think they need to figure out how to get that Nike license or something, because the fact that you have to go to eBay to get the shoes, or to get the stickers is kind of annoying.
Wait, all it is people are paying for Nike stickers, bro? I'll be selling some vinyl decals, bro. I don't know, it's just like that.
I know, right?
Is that all they're buying, or they're buying like?
Well, some people are buying the stickers,
the entire shoe.
Yeah, and some people are buying the whole entire shoe.
Yeah, for the Hono Spider-Man, I just bought the blue vinyl for the underside of the foot. So if y'all need that, I gotta start some R&D when I get mine in. But
yeah, on the shoe you would need to, not need to, but the reason I bought the shoe is because you get the logo on the tongue and on the back of the shoe too, not just the Nike swoosh on the side.
How come they don't even paint the white on the sides? You think that's how
I think all of it is
crazy
trademarked.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I was gonna say
the pattern.
Yeah,
it's not just the Nike swoosh. I would even probably go so far to say as the shade of red, like Tiffany blue. They have that blue trademark.
Yeah, I
would
think
not
it's
be
the whole
surprised
Jordan
if
1 is
Jordan. Yeah, if they trademarked the red, you can get real crazy with like trademarks and stuff. It's really annoying. Yes, someone could 3D print those shoes. The only concern is the joints. You want them to be more like a soft rubber than like a hard resin. That would be like, obviously you could just use blue tack and make the holes too large, but I have a file for Jordan 1s. I just haven't ever done it. But yeah, it could be done, definitely. Let's move on. We have the Hono symbiote suit. People are complaining that it looks cheap. I would remind you that 1, it is pretty cheap, and 2, I mean, it's a black suit. I don't really know what else you're looking for. I guess maybe the blue highlights, but I think the blue highlights probably aren't that possible, because even in the comic, the blue changes from panel to panel. It's not like the suit itself is actually blue. That's just the the color of the light, and the iridescence. I would say though, I do prefer this cheaper fabric suit than plastic. I think we talked about when this figure came out, but this is, in theory, I think going to lend to a much more durable and posable figure than if this was that plastic where the clamp is going to eat into it, and
it's funny.
You got to worry about a bunch of stuff like that.
It's self-healing.
It's
Fuck
funny,
you.
Zach. I feel like the hot toy community doesn't care about articulation until it's the only thing that they can complain about, because I think they wanted that same material that the video game one was made of. And like, I agree with you. I think this one looks good. And you're going to get a ton of articulation, but I feel like people don't give a shit about that until it's the only thing left, and then they care.
That's the figure community in general, Eddie. It doesn't matter if it's Hot Toys or what. You could put out a perfect figure and they'll find something to bitch about.
That's true.
Wow.
I still think it's really annoying that you have to cut the box to slide in. I think that's stupid, but
you don't have to if you have a comic.
Well, you don't have to if you have the comic, but I think that's such a stupid thing.
Pull yours out of the slab, Zach.
Oh, well, I have the foil one though. So, what do you think about this, boys?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I like it. The Hono line is budget friendly, so I still don't really see what's budget about these things. I think they still are very impressive. So much so that it's like, why are we spending so much on the other shit when these are just as good? So, I'm with you, Zach. I think it almost lends better the fact that this is just a cloth fabric suit and not something that's gonna bunch and tear and flake, and everyone always says they self-heal. They don't. once you ruin those things, they're ruined forever. So yeah, I like it. I think this is a huge win.
I talked about this in my video last year, but these are the two comics I have to put in the thing. I also have the ASM 300 foil also.
Dude, that white one would look amazing with the figure.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm
So excited.
Pretty dope.
Yep. You got to get on that CW, bro. I'll tell you all the tips and tricks.
I love this figure too much, like, because it's kind of goes the same as the Miles that we talked about. Like, I can't get it because I don't need to be getting the comic line. Like, I'm gonna want more figures, so I'm gonna try to stick to Legends to have comic stuff because Legends makes some cool stuff. So I'm trying to stay there, but I'm gonna get the Thor for sure. When that Thor goes up, that one I'm not skipping. But I can't get this one, even though I really like it. It's got to be a pass just so I can get other stuff. But I think they nailed it. I would have liked to see another head sculpt with the like squinted eyes when he's doing the furrowed brow. That would have been dope. I know it wouldn't have been able to be done unless they do like the same kind of thing that they do with the Andrew Garfield or the Toby, where it has that like weird neck plug thing that I hate. So understandably they couldn't do it, but it would have been cool to have those eyes. I think I would have preferred that look. But
wait, for which? For like a squinted eye?
Yeah, like you know how in the cover his eyes is more of a squint, like because he has like his furrowed brow and he's got like an angry kind of look.
I think that's what the left look is going for.
No,
the one on the left.
No, like you know how the Marvel
Wars?
Legends that I sent you, that other head.
That's not from the cover. The cover looks more like the one on the left.
You're right. You're probably right.
No, yeah.
There's another cover.
This is what I'm talking about, but I know what you're talking about. The eyes that get more.
Yeah.
Like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'd rather have. I've had this on my desk for like a year. I hope this head sculpt fits on there. It's 1/6 scale Peter Parker with the symbiote paint.
With the goo. You got good on.
You got good.
It's got gushy.
What else do you guys think?
Fern.
Oh, I'm next. I thought Mike was next.
Jesus Christ! Look at the screen.
I think. Well, when you flip it, okay, never mind. I think this figure looks exactly the way it's supposed to look like. I mean, it looks like a guy wearing a fucking suit. I think the only difference is that a lot of comic suits don't translate very well to like live action, which is why I think the reason why they don't do that in the movies. Because like for example, the Captain America, when they do that classic look on Captain America really quick, it looks horrible. But in the comics, it looks amazing. And I think kind of you're getting the same thing with this figure. It doesn't look exactly like perfect like it does in the comic, but I think it looks how it's supposed to look. And I think that's what a lot of people complain about. But I think it looks amazing, and I love this look. And yeah, if I still collected Marvel, I would definitely want to pick this up.
Yeah, I think it looks really good as well. And like you guys talked about, for what you're getting for the price is I still think really good. Just to nitpick a few things, just so I can be that guy. I did see some photos where obviously the texture of the suit versus the paint of the hands was a little off-putting, but I'm not really sure what they can do about that.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me is, obviously posing is going to be limited, mainly by the body. So it's not going to give you that, that classic Spider-Man posing like you would get on a 6-inch figure or whatnot. But I do worry about the vinyl of the spider cracking, with that kind of hunched over position. So that's concerning.
Yeah.
Also, you don't get a flight pole with this figure. So your poses are going to be, assuming you want to use the stand and stuff, might be a little limited unless you can get creative with getting a flight pole in there as well. But again, for the price, I think it's well worth it. I think it's going to be fun. I've been nothing but high praise for the Hono Wolverine I have, so I have no doubt that this one will be just as good.
I am so excited. I'm debating. I have 2 on order, and one of them, I have paid off already. The other one, I just checked. I actually used a bunch of rewards. I think I might just keep both of them, but I am so excited. I think I probably will.
Zach,
you can send me one if you need to.
Yeah, just send me like $200 to cover shipping and handling, and it should be no problem. What's that, Eddie?
Season of giving is over, I guess.
I'm a better gift receiver. I've said it many times.
How are you gonna get the custom head on there?
Doesn't the head come off?
I
The
don't.
head sculpt?
I thought it was fully sealed.
Let me check.
Yeah, I think it might be fully.
No, I don't think so.
That'd be crazy if it was.
I think it is.
Yeah, I don't think.
How would they get it tucked in under the
I don't think
chin like that?
You put
Oh,
the
shit.
the Andrew is
No,
that
look,
way.
it has a line here. I
Yeah.
thought this was separate.
No, there's no line there. That's just shadow.
Let's-
Because you know
let's-
how the Andrew.
I think you're right. Let me look at the unboxing.
yeah, the original Andrew.
Well, yeah, there's an
figure
unboxing
was-
for it, no?
Where Spider-Man 2 didn't have a sculpt that was fully.
Yeah, and the neck pulls out, so the head and neck are attached.
Ooh, I just
and
typed
the
in
suit-
Hono Spider-Man. Our video was the #1 result. That's awesome. Let's see here.
Also, really quick, I know this isn't technically Hot Toys, but other than the Spider-Man 2 one, there is no Symbiote Cause Baby.
Here we go. This is there is a gap, Eddie.
There is.
I'm almost certain. Yeah, there's a gap right
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
Nope.
like, I know there's a gap. I'm almost
Yep,
certain of it.
You're right.
And I think that why I think they did this, Eddie. I'll tell you why.
They
that looks
could have given
bad.
me
It
the head
looks-
sculpt then. What the frick?
Well,
they're
because
gonna
of
do
the
it
money,
just like they did
So,
with Wolverine.
I think the reason why they did this is so that they could send people just the head, rather than a whole full figure. Because with the classic suit Spider-Man, a lot of people had issues. They had to basically send you a whole new figure minus the hands.
Dang.
This way, people will take a little less advantage. But granted, the feet are one piece, so maybe not. But I'm so excited for this figure.
Well, that's cool.
And dude,
Dang,
Mike,
and
we gotta
they
work
could've
together.
Swapped out the eye.
Yeah, we gotta think about this, Mike. How to make the eyes? Because how do they attach? Oh, there's just socket. Mike, we might be able to make.
Those
we might
gotta
be
be
able to make
magnets,
eyes, bro.
no?
Yeah, those look like magnets.
If you could make those squinty eyes, I might get one then.
I'll have to see how it can be possible, but I'm sure it's not going to be.
Wait, go back to that shot when the eye was off.
Let's see the eye off. Ba-ba-da-bum.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even just port it in. It doesn't even need a magnet.
No, I was
probably.
just thinking, like, if you made the squinty eyes, how much of a gap is there?
Oh,
like in the
it might not be
socket.
possible, Eddie. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the socket might be. You know what I'm saying? Like the
You
squinty
can
eyes
only
will-
squint it so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it just still covers the socket, so it may not
Yeah,
be
you're
that
right.
effective.
Toys Assemble YouTube, thank you for the video, by the way. Yeah, I'm excited though. Yeah, I've been holding up.
I
Like I
wanna-
do have my own STL file of a Peter Parker with symbiote stuff on his face, but
You could also just 3D print a whole head and paint it.
yeah, I just said that. But yes,
You just said was Peter Parker. I'm talking about the squinty eyes.
that's true. Yeah, you wouldn't get the texture on the head, but yeah, you're right, 100%.
I would not be surprised if Hono announces the same figure, but with the blue and red highlights.
How would they do it though?
I think they're gonna do a second one. Regardless,
That's a good question.
Yeah.
with a Peter head sculpt.
Yeah, like they did with Wolverine.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
re-release the same fucking thing with more shit later.
Yes. An exclusive San Diego Comic-Con or something.
There we go. Let's blow through some Star Wars stuff. Captain Enoch was released. We did get the blogger photos. I think it came out great. Not for me, and I think it's stupid that the troopers are exclusive. The Death Trooper rather, but I think that's good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. I love the design of Enoch. I mean, we didn't really see him do much in the show. I think he kind of just stood around and looked cool, which is pretty much all you can ask for a cool character, right? Like the original Boba Fett. He didn't do much, but he was badass, you know. Enoch did not cause baby, even though there is a whole Ahsoka line. But yeah, I think it's cool. I don't know if it's cool enough for me to like go out and spend, you know, $300 on it, but if I got this somehow, I wouldn't be mad.
I hate this so much, and I've talked about this, I think 3 times now, and I haven't got to say this, so this is the exclusive. I think this design is retarded, so I don't know why people like it at all. I know I had to.
Can't do that on the.
We can't announce. Trump said, remember?
Yeah. I don't get. I really just I hate that faceplate thing. Good. You say the name and he pops up. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
My God.
Holy shit.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I hate it so much. I do like the
That's-
burgundy color or maroon maybe. And I like the idea of the Japanese art style, like with that gold replacing the damage with the gold. I think that's cool and everything. I don't like it with Star Wars. I didn't like zombie stormtroopers. When people were freaking out about this guy, I was like, people just like to overhype dumb shit. So I don't know. I hate it so much.
So Eddie's getting it for sure.
Yeah, I'll have one ready to.
What's going on, boys? I
What's
just
up,
figured
dude?
I'd join just in case the
What up,
federal
Marco?
government comes to get
Home.
Fern midstream. We
So
just
you're
had to have
home
a
and just ready to
contingency plan.
stream. So that's obviously a lie that you're ever doing anything. You're just sitting at home most of the time. I
Well, you
think.
got tickets to the show, so.
Wait, so I'm last now? God damn it.
Jesus.
It switches every topic, bro.
Are you
Pay
fucking?
attention.
I'm about to use
The
the R
first-
word too.
I didn't know that. I
The
didn't,
Mexican
I
that
didn't read.
replaces you joined, so you're last now.
I didn't read the rules and regulations.
He's never seen
Don't
this
worry
shit.
about it because you're not going to be here very much longer.
Wow.
Oh my god, way too soon. Yeah, Eddie, I'm with you. This design is just not very cool. Like the concept of the armor
I could
with
stream
these
from
troopers
Mexico.
was holy shit.
Christ, Fern, shut the fuck up until it's your turn. Jesus Christ.
The concept was cool, but I just never thought that the execution looked that awesome on film. And then especially this guy, the way that he was lit, I don't know, it just never came together for me. It like could have been, he almost looked like a like from Gladiator, like a gladiator. But it just doesn't, in execution on the show, in figure form, never came together for me. So I agree with Eddie. This guy is a big, never mind.
You were there.
Yeah,
You were so
it's a
close.
pass for me too. This character didn't do anything for me. Maybe if they'd have explained why he had that mask, maybe they could have come up with something that would have made it more interesting. But it just kind of stood out and was a little more off-putting than anything else when it was on screen. So I'm not collecting any of the Ahsoka line myself, just for reasons of space and money and time. So it's a pass for me.
Someone in the comments on another show said, "This is the guy that he fights first in Gladiator," and I was dying. I was like, "Oh shit! It does look like that same helmet."
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of, I guess. Yeah.
You hate to see it, but I agree with Eddie as well. I mean, this figure, I don't even remember what he does in the show, to be completely honest. Like, yeah, it's just,
Nothing.
It does nothing. Yeah.
yeah, I don't get the point of this figure or the character in general.
There you go. We also have the A New Hope. What is it? Sandtrooper Sergeant and Dewback. The Dewback looks magnificent. Iconic creature design. I think they did really well on the Dewback. I think it's cool. I think
Zach,
it's an
you ready?
iconic.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you ready for this, dude? It cosbaby this whole thing,
Wow.
trooper and all.
I mean, it makes sense. It's a very iconic
Yeah.
look. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
the Dewback its own cause baby, or he's all?
No, it came in with the trooper on top.
Might need that.
Yeah, I need this, dude. I want this so bad. I'm a little mad I bought the HasLab Ghost instead of this because I'd rather have this for the $600. So
Damn, bro. That's weird when you put it like that.
Has
Have you
the
opened it yet?
back to get you.
no, I haven't opened it. I don't have space. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, this is cool. I love everything about this. I think it came out amazing. I love the little face. He's so cute. The little fur, all the accessories on the mounts is really cool. And the trooper, you know, how do you fuck up a trooper? The trooper looks good too. So, all in all, badass.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think it's sick. I don't have room for things like this. But I don't know. It's like iconic, the Dewback. I feel like it's one of the more iconic, other than like the Tauntauns. Like I would love to have a 1/6 scale Tauntaun, but the scene from A New Hope is amazing. Like, and that's kind of like the first time I remember as a kid seeing like big creatures on screen. It's cool, dude. I would love to have it. I have a space for one big displayed thing, but I think I'm holding out on that space either for a Godzilla or the Batman Forever Batmobile if I ever decide to pick it up down the line. But it's dope. I actually had it on my wish list for the longest time. They finally, when this released, it finally went waitlist. Like the Trooper was waitlist, and I think the Dewback on his own was waitlisted. And then the 2-pack was still available, but it went waitlist the second this released. So I don't know if it's still on waitlist or not, but it's sick as hell, man. If I had space, I feel like this is one of those things. If you had in your collection, it's like a one and done Star Wars kind of piece. I feel like, I mean, you need a Vader and stuff, but I feel like this is like that kind of one of those like centerpieces in your collection. So it's pretty dope. And I liked how they put the Mandalorian in the picture. You could have the Mando on it. That would have been cool too.
I forgot that he rode the Dewback. Anyone else have a take on this one before we move on? No.
Yeah, this is a must-have. I was following Eddie until he said this is a one and done Star Wars piece, though. Like that, this would be your representation is pretty wild, but it is really that good, honestly. And like you said, Eddie, Tauntaun. I'd love if they redo the Farm Boy Luke, which you know it's a matter of time. Give us a speeder, right? Like give us Obi-Wan and Luke and the speeder. I know Jazinc did it, but it's kind of within that scale where you could see Hot Toys eventually doing it. And then a Jabba, right? They're definitely going to do a Jabba. So hopefully this opened the floodgates for them doing kind of larger format Star Wars stuff that's not just a blur.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty crazy. When I started collecting, I would listen to Avengers Assemble and I would listen to PJ a lot and then that's how I found you guys. And I remember for the longest time, PJ wanted a Dewback. That statue, because I think that statue was 6 scale, and it's crazy the amount of stuff that we get now that all of that stuff is no longer Grail stuff. Like I don't know if that statue still sells for a lot, but the fact that this came out and nobody thought it would come out, like it's crazy to think back to like 2018 when a lot of these kind of things were Grails, and now this is available, and it's crazy to me.
It's a good point, it kind of reminds me of the what's it called, the Tauntaun that statue they did a couple of years back, and it was 1/6 scale, and people were putting their Han or their Hoth Luke on it, and I think even the horns were switchable, so you can have either the Han Solo Tauntaun or the
yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But I think
get
this
that one soon.
Yeah, this Dewback looks amazing. I'm happy for the people that are getting it. I'd rather get a Batmobile, but.
And Eddie, you said PJ loved the love, like he's dead. Shout out to PJ. He's a real big fan of the Rancor, and I don't think a Rancor would ever be in the Hot Toys kind of scale, but it's right outside of like maybe someday they could do it.
Well, the creatures are. I mean, I had the what do they call it? The maquette, the Rancor, and it's like it's one of those things. We all know it. I sold it. I regret selling it. But I had it, and the creatures are dope. Like, if they did a 1/6 Tauntaun, I think I'd have to order it, dude. And I think they're for sure, they got to do a Hoth Han and Luke soon. Because, like, they're running out of options of Han and Luke. So, like, that with a Tauntaun, I don't think I can pass those up, man.
Oh,
that's like one of those, when I said, like, if they ever do a new Han, I'm going to collect OT stuff, and I'm gonna now. So that would be under those lines. Like once they do those, like I'm even more screwed with OT.
They need to make an Artisan Wampa. That would be nice.
Wow.
That would go
Wampa
fucking
too.
hard. Let's move on. We have this is a Q&A summary of the INART Morphig event. I'll read through this and then we can give our thoughts. INART plans to announce. Well, they say not everything went as planned. I'm not sure what that means. INART plans to announce or release at least 15 pieces by the end of 2025. Morphig plans to announce or release at least 15 pieces in 2025. Morphig will be priced at $60 to $100, and it'll focus on figures. No plans for vehicles such as the Batcycle or Batmobile. The Harry Potter line, adult versions to be announced in 2026. It's a series unknown. I don't know if that means film unknown, because I know there's, I think, 2 or 3 movies where there are adults. Dune, Chani, Fade, Rautha, scheduled for 2026. Lord of the Rings, Gandalf the White costume scheduled for 2025. Frodo and Sam are scheduled for 2026. Now, this line says they want to bring out all 9 of them, the Fellowship, but there was another person that said they went to the event and that they understood that they don't want to release all of them. They were commenting on a bunch of posts, so I'm not sure what is the confirmation there, but at least at the moment, this poster and this thread that got on attraction says they're doing the full Fellowship. Wukong, both 1/6 and 1/12 are scheduled to be announced in 2025. Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal, white suit version to be announced in 2025. For Keanu Reeves, The Matrix is in the planning and design. John Wick is not likely to be licensed. Bruce Lee, 1/6 and 1/12 in 2025. Marvel is not on the table for the time being, as is Star Wars. For The Dark Knight, Batman and Catwoman scheduled for 2025. They also are possibly doing a Heath Ledger Joker 2.0. They plans for re-release after making many different figures and gaining experience. Take time to make the best ones. For Morphig, they're thinking of doing a 1/12 Joker as well. For Joker 2, they will not be doing a figure from the film. BVS, Batman, and Wonder Woman are in production and to be announced in 2025. Justice League will not be scheduled within 2025. The Walking Dead, Rick Daryl Negan scheduled for 2026. Those were on display. Daenerys potentially scheduled for 2026. Terminator licensing is being adjusted. Blank slate atmosphere for now. I think that there is a lot to say about INART going back to a Heath Ledger Joker 2.0. It is tough to confirm what was said. The way that Messenger works, if you don't log in for a while, a lot of those messages aren't up to the encryption standards, and so they're not readable. And so basically, like 99% of my messages with John regarding this type of stuff are not readable. We did ask some other content creators if they could confirm like a direct statement by INART. I think Mario was the one that had sort of what I remember the most, which was that they, if the technology improved significantly, they could revisit characters. Otherwise, it would have to be a different version of the characters, like Gandalf the White. And so I don't know. I personally don't know if the technology has improved that much, but I think it is kind of shitty that they're going back so soon to that well. Feelings aside about what they may or may not have said in the past. But I think it is tough to nail down a specific quote where they said to that exact effect. But I know, like looking at Reddit, looking at Facebook comments, I think the community was under the impression that they weren't going to do 2.0 or reissues. So take that as it will. Obviously, we all might remember things differently, but that's at least how I remember it. But that's pure speculation. With this lineup, Dean, is there anything that sticks out to you?
I'm really interested to see how their 1/12 line turns out, price wise, because I wouldn't mind a Sun Wukong. I think it looks really cool. I think they showed a prototype of it. I don't like it enough to, spend 6 scale money on it, but if it's, I don't mind the 1/12 version. The Keanu Reeves type lineup is confusing because it just lists one movie, and then John Wick is not included. So it's like, okay, well, lineup means several, and you've listed one. So, okay, I guess. It's nice getting confirmation on no Marvel and no Star Wars for the time being. So, people could shut up about hoping for that. But yeah, 2.0 Joker. I mean, if it is what we think it is, that's very fucking annoying. It's like, at least Hot Toys waited a decade between the two. You're gonna wait like 3 years? Come on, that's annoying. But interesting to see the Terminator. And please, for the love of God, just show Daenerys already. Fuck, it's been forever.
Yeah, like Dean said, I'm interested to see what they do with the 112 skill line. The Dark Knight one looks really good. The what's the other one? The Batman Arkham Origins looked really good. Yeah. With I'm reading the thing, $60 to $100. Hopefully they come with a lot of accessories for that price. For the Keanu Reeves, what's that movie where he plays like a samurai or that'd be cool if they make something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
47 Ronin.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. If they're making like a Keanu Reeves line, that would be pretty cool. If
That
they
would be
kind of,
pretty sick.
yeah. Yeah. As for the Joker too, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Heath Ledger Joker, and them making a 2.0, like even I'm like, why? Like I don't like maybe with like a different, like how the last one came with the jail cell diorama thing. Maybe they might make a different diorama, but I honestly don't see the point of a 2.0. I mean, they already went above and beyond with the 1.0. Unless they make a nurse Joker, that would be cool because everybody wants that one. But yeah.
So,
Jose, our lawyers will be responding in kind. Thank you very much.
I was just gonna say, so the first thing that jumped out to me when I read this was what I didn't read, and there's no mention of the Christopher Reeve Superman. So that really ticks me off because that's the one I'm looking forward to from them more than anything else here. I know they've been flirting with it. We've seen some prototype pictures. I think last year they teased it, in their presentation along with this. So to not see it on the list is disappointing. It also makes me hope that what we see here maybe isn't as accurate as we're leading to believe. Maybe some things have been left off. Maybe some translations aren't quite accurate. Which kind of brings me to the Joker thing. I know we were kind of talking in one of the chats, but to me, this whole Joker 2.0 thing, to quote someone wiser than me, is just a nothing burger. I mean, I don't see this as anything different than they've said all along, which was that they'd never said never. They said if things can be upgraded enough to make it worth it, they would. So I don't see anything here. And, they're also talking about, plans for re-release after many different figures. I mean, Christ, Dean, you said like 3 years. If they're going to wait till after all these other figures are done, shit, we're going to be 10 years before that happens anyway. So that may be right on schedule. But yeah, I think that whole thing is being way overblown. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I need to see something for that Christopher Reeve before I'm dead. So they need to hurry up on that.
Yeah, and not only that, but as far as them releasing 15 figures this year alone, I don't see that happening with INART. With how 2024 went, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Mike, I'm with you though in terms of like things being blown out of proportion. They did a similar Q&A for Comic-Con, right? So just last summer, and we don't see the questions that were asked to them, and they're very open and transparent when you're asking them questions, which I appreciate. Like they've got a cool team, and they try to. Sometimes it could be language barrier, but a lot of the guys that were answering questions like were as direct as they possibly could be. They're excited, they're fans, and they're trying to do their best here. And I feel like they've released a lot of quality stuff recently. So, taking a few of the comments maybe out of context isn't maybe the best thing. Like, let's just see what they have cooking in 2025. And if they continue to not deliver figures in a timely manner, which seems like they've expedited things, then maybe we can be critical on them. But so far, I feel like they're on a good path. Let's see what's in the pipeline. And when they finally do that Joker 2.0, I'll be all over it if it, justifies a big jump from the previous version, So that would be the only reason why they would revisit that character.
I said it a couple times. Maybe I'm used to this, but Queen Studios, this is very Queen Studios. So, I mean, they showed a ton of statues that they never made. They talked about a lot of stuff that they never did. They canceled lines. So I guess for me, this feels like business as usual. I never take anything they say too seriously. It excites me, but I don't let it get to oh, they said they were going to do it, they never did. If that's how you're going to feel about INART, you're always going to feel that way. Because that's how Queen Studios is. And even though they like to say they're a different company, they're not. It's literally still John, the guy that you go to for everything. So also, I think a lot of this is translation, like Keanu Reeves type lineup. I think that's just a translation thing. Some stuff is announced, some stuff says released. I think that's a translation thing, because there's no way they're gonna release 15. I don't even think they're gonna announce 15 like Fern said. So yeah, I would take it all with a huge grain of salt. I think people take everything they say as gospel, and it's really not. So you're setting yourself up for disappointment there. I am very excited for a lot of the stuff they've shown. I'm super excited for all the Lord of the Rings stuff. And if they plan to bring out 9, that's awesome, because I don't think they ever said they planned that in the past. I think it was always Legolas, Aragorn, Gandalf, Gimli, and I don't know that even in the past they said Frodo or Sam. So the fact that they showed that's pretty cool. I sold my Gandalf the Grey, and I was regretting it, but I was hoping for a white costume. So if they do that, that's pretty fucking awesome. Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal is cool. That was the one I wanted when they released the first version. I probably won't pick it up, but I do think it's cool that they're doing that one. Obviously, I need a Neo. The Hot Toy is awesome, but I do think it could use an update. So that would be like a Grail figure if they get it done right. Obviously, I'm super into DC right now, so all the BVS stuff, keep them coming, and Justice League. It says probably won't see any Justice League in 2025, but I'm still, it is what it is. I'm just excited they're thinking about it or they're working on it, so that's cool. Game of Thrones, someone said in another stream, Dean, that I guess everybody hated Daenerys so much that they went back to the drawing board and they're doing they're completely redesigning the character. Nobody wanted the snowsuit. So from what I heard, they're trying to work on something with swappable arms. So you could have her either in that dress that she first starts with the seamless arms, or you could have her maybe in the black suit in season 8. I think they're trying to do kind of how they did with BVS, where you can switch things up on her to make her either the earlier season version or the later season. So that's cool that they're at least working on it. So I think a lot of it is really cool. I'm excited. And and then the whole Joker thing. This was my initial thought right now, is even if it is a 2.0, I think it's more the idea of a 2.0 that's scary, because to be honest, that Joker ain't hype right now anyways. Everybody's all over the Hot Toys nuts. Nobody gives a shit about the INART one right now, but all of a sudden they say INART 2.0 and everybody's like, oh, they suck. And it's dude, everybody's shitting on that figure. It sells for less than half of retail right now. But the second they say 2.0, it's you just want a reason to hate, because the reason we don't like 2.0s is because, one, it's either better than the figure that we spent a ton of money on, or it makes the figure that we spent a ton of money on not worth all that money anymore. Even if they do a 2.0, that figure is already insane. So a 2.0 isn't going to ruin the first one, and it's already selling for less than half. So it's not like you're making your money back either way. So get the fuck over it.
Wow, he gets points for repeating my point, huh? No, I'm joking, but
Yeah.
um,
Well, he showed up on time, I think is the difference.
wow,
He did it
You're
louder
lucky that
and with more enthusiasm.
That's right, and he looked cute doing it. You're
He's got
lucky I
the
showed up
bang.
at all. But
You're very true. We're blessed to have you.
a blessing.
There we go. D's nuts, Eddie. Let's move on because we got a few more things to talk about today. These are some of the photos from the event. They also released a second set of photos that were like hella flashed out. I don't know why they took photos like that, but cool. I'm not going to be showing those because they look like ass. You got some Batman stuff, Catwoman, more Batman stuff. There's a comic stuff here. More DC stuff. You also have Bruce Lee. The yellow looks fucking beautiful. Yellow outfit. Wukong. I think that's Wukong there on the right as well. Is this Wukong also, Dean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pig Kong. Wukong there. I'll be honest, I have no fucking idea what this is.
I'm pretty sure it's Wukong as well.
Oh, that's Wukong also.
That's Wuhan.
Well, the Kung Flu.
Wow.
Are they all
It's the big
Wukong?
one.
Is he like a shapeshifter or something?
No, it's
No,
the
they're all
game
from
Wukong.
that game.
I know it was a joke.
you
Get
go.
it on that.
Hey,
I didn't. Six Gun says definitely down for some 112th Batman line. Yeah, if you're in the chat, let us know what you think about this stuff. Trevor Weed says I got the adult Harry Potter figures for sure. Definitely Daenerys. We'll see. We got the Fellowship. Mr. Musashi. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. There's some people that weren't sure of the translations, so whether the Fellowship was or wasn't happening, they weren't sure, but it was very ambiguous. Let's move on. Jazinc dioramas. It was weird because it was like Wednesday or Thursday of last week. People had noticed that all the Star Wars stuff was pulled from the website, but there was not really any announcement made. And then a few days after that, there was an email that went out that says, sadly, we've decided not to move forward with making the Jedi Starfighter model. We appreciate your early support of this project, but ultimately we have decided to no longer make new Star Wars products. We had mentioned last year this was a possibility. We'll be canceling the Jedi Starfighter, and you will receive back the full amount, including NRD that you've paid so far. You have the option to move the money towards an existing order. They can also move it to a new order of some of the stuff that they still have, or you can refund the amount. The cancellations will begin on January 20th, and it'll take about a week for that to take effect. But I felt like the Starfighter was kind of an uphill battle. I think apparently this had nothing to do with licensing, as I think what Yost said on the group, and that's why they're still able to sell the remainder of the kits that they have in stock, like the meditation chamber, the cargo hold, etc. It seemed to be more based on well, I don't want to speculate. I don't know that we've had the exact verbiage of why, but I think for me on the outside looking in, I think it had some hurdles with, you know, the size, the scale, doing two versions of the product, and obviously there's some people that bought both the Obi-Wan and the Anakin one. But I think a part of it that I kind of had seen some rumblings. Some people were, I don't say upset, but you know, you'd have to either take a Hot Toys R2 and then port the head on to the Jazinc, or you know, have someone 3D print you a dome to go on there, because they couldn't make the R2, which, you know, without that you'd have like an empty socket basically. You know, I do feel for them. They obviously did put a lot of work into making the product. But yeah, just as an update, this is, you know, kind of what they got for us. So anyone have any thoughts on this?
Not I.
There you go.
I mean, I figured it was just a matter of time. I mean, you know, granted, he may say it didn't have anything to do with licensing, and that may just be that, you know, Warner Brothers wasn't really pushing them. But for me, once he did get that license, I kind of saw this coming. I mean, it's for two reasons, right? Even if Warner Brothers isn't pushing it, one, it's maybe not the best look to be making one, you know, line with license while doing others unlicensed. And two, I'm sure they're getting a lot of pressure from Warner Brothers to make certain things for them, right? So, you know, they notoriously have, you know, smaller resources than a lot of the other companies, so they probably just don't have the time to dedicate to the Star Wars stuff. And I know there's always been kind of talk that the Star Wars community, if you will, didn't put their money where their mouth is on a lot of this stuff. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but I know I've heard that talk. So I think it's like I said, I think a lot of it comes down to just focusing on where their license is, and I think that makes sense for them. So it's probably the right move.
This is another thing that's crazy, like where I started and where it's at. Because when I started, that's what they were known for. Like everybody was getting the Luke speeder. I think the Ray speeder everybody wanted at the time. The cockpit was like a huge thing for them. Then they announced the meditation chamber, and that was crazy. And so if you would have told me in 2018, in 7 years, Jazinc would be super famous for Batman and like all the vehicles, I was like, it's just crazy how much DC or Batman in general is more hyped than Star Wars right now. Like,
Yeah.
especially because DC hasn't really been good. Like, I love Snyderverse and stuff, but like it's been notoriously crap longer than Star Wars has, I think. And it's just wild that everybody's on the Batman hype train right now.
I think it's also the projects, right? Like, I think with Star Wars, I think some of the most iconic ships is much harder to make. Like, you know, an X-Wing, right?
Yeah.
Or the N1,
Yeah,
right? It's a
I think you're
6-foot long
100%.
vehicle.
Yeah.
The Batmobile, while it is massive, right?
They got him.
You know,
Did we
you're
lose
looking
that?
at. Wait, what?
You froze. Sorry, you're good now though.
Oh, sorry. With Star Wars, I mean, not to say that the land speeder isn't iconic, but you know, it's like a one scene, or Ray speeder. It's like a one scene thing, right? The Batmobile, it's in the whole movie for the most part, and I think that has a lot to do with it. I think being officially licensed, right? Yost can have his product. Not that he doesn't hadn't advertised the Star Wars stuff, but you know, they can advertise it like on WB.com. He's able to send products out to like Adam Savage from Tested to get the, you know, millions of eyes on the product. I think it's just a different level of what he's able to market versus the Star Wars stuff. So I don't know that it's all entirely on the Star Wars fan base, but you know, I think it is obviously a portion of that. Definitely goes that way. But I think there has been a lot of, you know, with getting the license, there is some growing pains, right? The prices go up to support the license costs. You know, there's certain things that they have to wait for approval on, like the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. I think there was some point where they were waiting to get approval on things, while other companies that were third party could just basically go ahead and release it when they want. So I think it's a give and take, right? Being licensed, and for me, like I think. I like this better. Like you guys said, I think you guys made great points where it's weird to be like licensed on one major property, not licensed on another. And it seemed like Disney was turning a blind eye to it, but you know, as it got bigger, I always felt uncomfortable sometimes talking about it on the show, not wanting to be the one that would knock down that first domino that would lead to them getting in trouble. So, yeah, that's kind of where I stand on that. Let's see here. What else do we got? J&D, I actually really like this. There's been a bunch of people kind of bad-mouthing this decision, but J&D Studios put up an announcement that the Joker C-types that were sent out in Korea, we received opinions on the inconvenience of setting the figures from customers, so we decided to recall the early production pieces and improve packaging and send it back so the heads can be combined from the beginning. They're going to recreate the costumes, which I don't know if that means fully from scratch or just editing the costumes, adjusting the hair length, hair curl, color, improving the magnetic eyes, changing the internal packaging design, and best fit pre-applied. I think that means like pre-futzed is what I'm guessing from that translation. They're hoping to be shipped in Q2 2025. There's a lot of statements to Coolio. It's a lot of statements this week. I don't think I think as long as we've been doing this, Dean, I think we've seen maybe two things like this from Hot Toys. I think with the first Deadpool, I think it was more like they...
Did we lose him again?
And then from the Stuart Little Iron Man portrait, that was a more formal recall where you sent back in the portrait and then got this back. But this is like another level. Like they're basically redoing large portions of the figure. No, Eddie, this to you wasn't good enough all the way, but yeah, this I don't like the way it came out. I think it's too expensive. I don't think anyone should be paying that much money for a 1/6 scale figure or figures. However, I think this is going to cost them a tremendous amount of money, and I don't want to say it gives confidence in the line because I don't think the line has legs to walk on, but I think it's a huge thing to do, and I gotta give them a round of applause for doing it, because they could have left people hanging with a less than stellar figure for the price, and at least in this way, collectors have that option to send them back and get them done right the first time.
Yeah, but then
applause is crazy, bro.
Then you also kind of shit on people because
my heart went out to them.
People, they release like, oh, this is our final product, and people aren't happy with it, so they cancel their order, lose their NRDs, which are not cheap. I think they were like $200 something for the NRD because of how expensive this was. For them to turn around and be like, okay, we'll fix it. It's like, well, I just lost the NRD, so it's just a fucking misstep in every direction. I feel like.
Yeah, and it should be noted that this is hearsay because we didn't experience this, but Justin's collection had posted on his Instagram that he personally felt that there may have been some dishonest practices by the J&D team in regards to, should you cancel an order, what portion is due, right? We have some breaking news. Thanks, Jose Plus. We'll get to the breaking news here in a second. So, for example, typically you would eat an NRD, and I think most people understand, you cancel, you lose an NRD. What J&D was trying to do was NRD plus deposits that you've paid, right? And that would be the equivalent of Sideshow keeping many payments worth plus the NRD, which is far and above beyond industry standards. But yeah, you're not wrong, Dean. I think you're 100% correct, Dean. I think it's a no-win situation, right? Like, you put it out and it's bad, people canceled, and now it might be good. And I think some retailers may have to show some grace if they want to keep the customer happy, to let them resume the order. But I think it's tough because if you resume it and it still comes out bad, then it's like, well, you already got one cancellation for free. Am I going to give you another one? If you guys are good on this topic, we got some breaking news.
No. I'm passionate about this one.
Okay,
it
go
annoyed
ahead.
Me. There was way too much love in this comment section for this post. This is one of those
Guilty.
battered wives. I know, and you're right, because I know why you're saying it. You're right for how it is cool that they are fixing something, but everybody in the comments is like, oh, J&D, good on you. Oh, this is so good. Like, oh,
dude,
big
give me that J&D, bro.
Dude, they were on their nuts, man, and I'm like, nowhere in here does it say why. Does it say they're fixing the number one reason why no one wants your shitty ass figure? No one wants it because of the shitty head sculpt, dude. No one wants it because of that. And you guys, they come in and they say, oh, we're going to fix the clothing. The clothing was fine. That was fine. That was great. They're going to fix the way that the head attaches to the body because it was hard for some people to put it on. I didn't hear anybody complain about that. Maybe, I didn't watch reviews, so maybe it was difficult. But to be fair, the INART was difficult too. People made it work. So, I don't know if that was a necessity thing or just some people whined, so they're going to fix that. The other stuff, the packaging, are you dumb? To me, it's like J&D's either...
Say it right.
J&D's either retarded or they're the best company sales tactics-wise, and it worked. They're like, look, we're going to fix these easy things. Because all those, yes, it's going to be a big hit to their profit. Yes, it's a big thing to have to reship everybody's stuff. But it's not as hard as having to resculpt the figure in silicone. So they're like, look, we're going to fix as much of it as we need to. It's going to get us some great PR, and people are going to want it back. And it worked. People in the comments were like, oh, great. Yeah, this is a great step. And it's like, are you guys... That's why I'm like, the community is so They get on INART's nut. They get on INART's nuts and hate them because of a translation thing. But then J&D can put out a statement that doesn't fix your shitty ass $1,800 figure, and you guys flip out. It's like, oh, you guys are. I can't handle it, man.
It's like that scene from Godfather 3. Is like every time I'm out, they pull me back in.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I don't like to comment on things. I don't like to comment on things in Facebook, and I don't really like to argue anymore. But this post got me. I had to comment on there and say, like, what the hell is going on? Like, the number one thing that we don't like about your figure, no one mentioned that at all in the post. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, dude.
So just real quick, if you guys could educate me on this. They say just the Type C. What about the other versions of the figure they put out? What does that mean? Like, I
think only
I didn't follow
only
along.
C-type was released so far.
Oh, is that
so
why?
They might,
okay.
I believe so. I don't know that they need to make any adjustments yet publicly on the A-type, but
okay,
that's
what I was wondering.
I think that's the
part
perception that
confused
I got.
Gotcha.
It seemed like a very small release. Also, it didn't seem like Hot Toys Batch 1 numbers
because everybody canceled.
I don't know.
Influencer batch only. Eddie, on top of all that, right? I feel you that like anyone like Zach saying round of applause to them. I'm like, okay, but it is way too little, way too late because when the prototype dropped, we told them this isn't good enough for the price you're asking, and then they let the entire time go. They release it, they get more shit, and then they decide to recall it. Where it's like you weren't listening to your community the community you want to be in. This entire time, and then after it releases, now you want to like, oh, okay, we heard what you said. We've been saying this whole fucking time.
You're not wrong, and I think it's that giant. See, I think Marco, this is the fuck around and find out, right? I think historically with the statue community, they've been very dismissive of feedback, and I think they realized that shit's really not going to fly with 6 scale. I think Queen also learned that the hard way. I think you're 100% right, Marco. That's an amazing point you just made.
And I think all those cancellations were just adding up, right? They finally reached the breaking point. Like, when it first came out, they saw maybe the first, dozen or so. They're like, oh, well, okay. But then it just got worse, right? Somebody tallied at the end of the week, and they're like, oh, shit. Now we got a problem.
Yeah.
Something ain't right.
To the statue point, when J&D started releasing that Joker, because that wasn't their first one. They released the Wonder Woman before that with the statues. And it was right at a time when the statue community was kind of splitting down the middle in between people who still like sideshow statues, and then where other collectors were collecting like high-end statues and stuff that had silicone and stuff that was like over getting to like $2,000. Like the community split right around that time, and when J&D released that Joker, a lot of the people that like collected sideshow and stuff, they were like, this Joker sucks. They were making fun of it, saying that it doesn't look like Heath Ledger. It looks like a melted candle. I think John said that or something. Someone said that. But a lot of those people that were on the high end half of the community were saying like, oh, you guys just can't afford it. It's an amazing piece. All this shit, shitting on the people that didn't want it, saying that the only reason they didn't like it is because they couldn't afford it. And I think J&D thought going into the 1/6 community, I think they thought the same thing was going to happen. I think they thought, we're going to put this out, we're going to be egotistical about it and put out a product that we like, and we're still going to have our fan base that's going to be like, this is amazing, people just can't afford it, that's why it sucks. And we don't really have that split in the 1/6 community. I think a majority of people in the community still want affordable, but at the same time, they'll pay for quality. We're on the most part, we're united in that front. So when they got, like Mike said, like when they got all of those cancellations, they're like, oh shit, it's not going to be business as usual.
100%.
We got to do something. And that whole thing happened. So that's crazy, dude.
Yeah. In the 1/6 community, we just hate everything for everything. So
yeah,
they weren't ready for that.
Let's move on to some breaking news here. Winter Soldier Artisan Edition.
My God.
Pretty fucking good.
What is that hair, bro?
Right off the bat, I don't like the hair.
Exactly.
Secondly, I think this is actually a very important distinction. I think a lot of channels, ourselves included, use the term rooted interchangeably with implanted. Hot Toys, I don't believe, according to their marketing, ever has really advertised these as rooted. I think that's us projecting that on. They always call it wool implanted hair, and the reason why I mention this is the Artisan Joker. What I have considered rooting, Dean, a few years ago, I did it myself. It's basically you're gluing. You're not actually punching it into the sculpt. And so there are some people who got their Artisan Joker where almost like an entire flap of hair was lifting up. And so it's important to know these are likely, they're not implanting it, they're gluing it. So this looks like it may have that problem as well. I think we'll have to wait to see, but yeah. We got, is that a seamless metal arm?
That second picture looked better than the first picture, Zach.
Yeah, I was gonna say right here
that I like it better here than I did in that first picture.
This one or the next
I thought
one?
his hair was more
This
wet.
one. I like this one better.
I'm not.
Yeah,
It's also got no
maybe
neck.
I need to take a
movie.
closer look at the movie, but I'm not sold on the head sculpt.
Me neither.
Also,
That looks pretty good.
They didn't give him the grease
The
paint
COVID mask.
eyes on anything, so that's.
I think the head sculpt looks pretty good. I think
Oh, it's not a
the
seamless
one
arm.
thing that makes this figure an Artisan is the worst thing on this figure. It looks like
Oh,
he's
there's
wearing a
three
wig.
different arms.
Genuine leather.
Only on the
Genuine.
top. I
Good,
just saw that.
genuine
Does,
leather.
does he have quote leather pants, or is it like
No,
The
it's
fabric pants.
fabric.
okay?
Removable
couldn't
goggles and mask. I don't like this hair at all, or the portrait really.
Yeah,
this does
something
not look
about
right
the
to
hair
me.
looks weird.
Are we concerned about what I'm assuming?
Oh,
Magnetic
this is
attached,
genius.
face pieces onto that beautiful sculpt.
Oh, for sure.
I would love it if there was a little soft, touch material on the inside of that. This is fucking incredible. I've been calling for this for years. Pre-posed arms like this, bro, amazing.
Is it okay for it to be metal-like, or would you guys really want like a die-cast arm? Because I feel like Bucky would be the one guy that.
Bro, you're not wrong.
A die-cast would be
Yeah, I would like
amazing.
it. What does metal like even mean? Like it's either metal
The
or it's not
paint's
metal. How the
probably-
fuck does metal
It's
like?
painted, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
aluminum.
finish.
Metal.
It's a metal, bro.
I'm a fan of the magnetic bases, man. I'm glad to see that happening more.
This
Ooh, special
character
edition.
specifically from this movie did not cause baby.
Wow. Thank you for that, Dean. This looks fucking awesome right here. I like that a lot.
Was there? It's with the shield. It doesn't say about it like being magnetic or anything to the hand, does it? Just kind of.
Shield with weathering effect. I think he probably just
No.
slots the arm
Just kinda
through
holds
the
it. Okay.
through the straps there.
Does it say anything about the guns? They're not die cast or anything.
Fuck,
like
Mike,
that.
I'm reading it when you're reading it, bro.
What?
Jesus.
You're flipping back and forth. Go to that page, damn it.
Yeah, Zach does that.
You know what? I'm out
I feel like the days of die-cast weapons are done, Mike.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting those back, unfortunately.
I'm getting this, like for sure. So
I don't like the portrait though, man. Like to me, the hair looks better here in the back. Like I feel like that's what his
I like
hair
the
looked like in the
portrait.
movie to me.
I think it looks worse
Leather,
in the
bro.
back.
I still don't like their torsos. Yeah, they don't do proportionate torsos right. They're too rectangular.
Yeah, Charlie
People
says it
have
looks like
lats.
Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. What are
It
the
does.
lats, Eddie?
I did get Tom Cruise. I was gonna say it, but I
Back.
was like, I hate those people that say that.
I'm
split.
kind of
no split
digging
cut
this fucking
boots.
metal
Yeah.
arm, bro. This is genius because I'm thrilled by this.
Mike, it might have pleather
you should put,
on the boot covers.
You should pull up screenshots of the movie
Yeah.
because I don't remember the hair looking like that, to be honest.
He definitely had Karen hair, so
Did he
it's
really?
just something about it.
I mean, it almost looks like it has too much volume.
So maybe if you do the bangs in front, it'll look better. I feel like
You
if
see
you
what I'm
move
saying?
some of the
Like-
bangs in front, it'll look a little better.
Yeah.
It's too
'Cause it's very,
voluminous
like-
this way.
It's very pushed out, and it makes the forehead look big too.
I don't think you could bang him from the front.
I could try.
Did he have the eye makeup? Did he have the eye
If
makeup?
he was on
I
his
don't know.
knees, I could bang him for
Yes.
Oh, he did. Yeah,
Scroll
you're
down.
right.
Yes.
You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
In
Dude,
some
he had
scenes,
those
It's
I
like at
eyes.
the beginning of the movie.
You could just
Yeah.
spray paint yours, Mike.
I could.
Well,
That was
maybe
a
don't do that. Use like woman's makeup.
May
bro,
have
and
to
just-
after that face mask fucks up the portrait anyway. But
Yeah.
I don't like that.
so what's
I hope they have something in there to protect it because that's concerning.
What are we thinking?
The
438.
genuine leather
I think
is
the
really
face mask
good to
is a
see.
different sculpt. No,
415, Zach.
I don't know. I can't read what that says.
No.
from here.
I think they're
No,
just
it's
pieces for. I don't think they've ever given us two separate rooted
says,
or
removable-
implantations.
Crazy.
That would be crazy.
Removable
Yeah,
goggles
removable
and
goggles and mask.
Dude, I can't get over
Zach,
this
you might
fucking
be-
arm, dude.
You might be right on the 430. I'm hoping not, because
What
what's
about
everyone's
438?
like? Okay, I'm out price because I feel like
But this
No,
is
this is
this
one
is
that
a
I
figure
want.
everyone's been asking for months. People have been asking for Artisan Winter Soldier.
But then when they come out with a $430 version of it, is everyone going to pony up? That's the question, right?
That's
Is
the
everyone still
question,
going to be
right?
in at that price?
But I think you get a lot of cool stuff. You get 3 different arms, 3 different display options for the portrait, magnetic base. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns, 2 knives, like 8 billion hands, and genuine leather. Yeah, genuine leather.
Genuine. He's
That's what I think they
genuine.
said.
does the front of his hair look kind of white, or is that just?
Yeah, right here.
Like right
I see
here?
what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Is it like that?
Too
in
much
the movie?
glue.
I don't remember that.
Maybe
That's
too
too much
much
glue.
glue.
Jesus
Too much
Christ.
glue on the hair.
Dude, this is a cool figure. I don't even really like the Winter Soldier that much, but I fuck with this.
I had the original one, and it's one of the only figures I've ever had that actually like started flaking on me.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you have 30-foot ceilings, so like the humidity just
Yeah,
kind
That's
of
true.
radiates.
So the fact that this is genuine leather,
Genuine
pretty-
leather.
yeah.
Oh shit, maybe he has more guns. I don't think I even counted these ones on the back.
But to Eddie's point, if it's only the top, what are the boot covers going to be made out of?
Rubber, like they
plastic?
always are.
They just look plastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
maybe they
plastic.
are. I couldn't see the split cut
plastic.
boot, so
I don't think it is split cut, is it?
It did not look like it was split cut, but it could be hidden
'Cause
here.
it is there on the other one. You could see the split on the other
Let me
boot.
see if I can find a picture of his ankle. I don't know, man. It might not be split.
It's
You know
Doesn't
what?
look like it.
Oh, is it split right here, Eddie?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. I think you might be right.
I was gonna
Does
say
it go
that's
like in?
yeah.
I think it's.
I
an
don't know
innie.
that it is.
with the magnetic base. You kind of don't want that
Magnetic.
split cut because you don't want him, to like tip over.
It's another
Learn
point
how to
of failure.
pose, Fern. Fuck.
Wow. This kind of
They
looks
want to
like a-
know for the Patreon.
won,
He did win Pose Wars. He's not wrong.
It's true.
I won Pose Wars
but
and
then-
my fucking Joker kept tipping over.
Yeah, but he also got bamboozled on.
By $5
Pose Wars.
bang.
Hey, okay. First of
That
all,
was his kryptonite. I had never seen anyone fold on a
First
purse
of
like
all-
that in my entire life.
Switch your figure. I don't know what.
He was
first
like,
of all, people spent like $50 on fucking Banes on me, so I was left with absolutely nothing. My backup to my backup was fucking baned.
that's a legendary moment.
How much of that money you see, Fern?
Bamboozled.
Of course.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly.
We need to bring back Pose Wars. That'd be fun. Let's move on here because we got just a few more things here. Escape from New York, Asmus
Wait a minute.
Toys.
Go back
God damn.
to that last picture you're looking at. Sorry.
This hair looks better.
Implantation means implanted in the head.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
You
on the
think they
head, but they
implanted
implanted
hair
it
by hair?
somewhere.
Yeah, it's
and then
implanted
glued
on
it
the
somewhere.
scalp that they then glued to the
Are we really gonna
Implanted
trust
in-
a Chinese
implies
company's
it's
English, bro?
Inside.
I mean, if you want to imply it
Eddie
yourself,
is not
then
wrong.
I don't know. That's semantics for sure because they're not saying
Yeah.
into the scalp. Implanted into the scalp would be different.
It could be implanted into a wig, and then the wig is
Implanted
glued
in
on.
anything. Implanted
That's
in
what it
what
is.
then, Mark? What's it implanted in?
Like Mike said, onto the scalp, and then they glue
No,
the
then it
scalp
would say
onto the
on,
figure.
not implanted.
I mean,
you're
it's
still
implanted into
implanting
that
it
scalp.
into something.
You're gonna
It's not
argue with me?
on-planted.
You went to
On-planted
college,
isn't a word.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna implant my foot in
On-planted?
y'all's ass.
You run a city. How are you?
Not very well.
Yeah, it's a Californian city, and he looks.
Wow. Hey.
Implanted into the glue.
Have you seen Fox News? Come on, things are not going well.
Jeez.
My heart goes out to you, Marco.
all right.
Let's see here.
He won't be running the city much longer. They're sending him back. So.
Wow,
Space.
that's crazy, bro.
Hey, Eddie. First of all, free trip to Mexico. I'm just saying. All expenses paid.
I'll meet you there, Marco.
I'm 2 generations in.
I'm saving that joke for
implanted in
Plus,
California.
Implanted.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
You're too funny.
Here we go. Asma's Toys, Escape from New York, Snake Plissken, movable eyes, maybe implanted hair. Who knows?
I singular.
Real full grain leather jacket. Oh, thank you, eye. He's got one eye, as they say, Dean. Treat it like a real jacket, enduring, no flocking. I don't know what that means. So I think they meant
Treat
flaking.
it like a real jacket.
They can't even spell flaking right, bro. I have no faith in this.
Maybe they meant flocking. You never know.
Treat it like a real jacket.
Jackets.
That's got to be a sticker, bro. Treat it like a real jacket. What does that even mean?
Treat it like a real podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a real podcast.
Treat it like real implantation. You get Statue of Liberty base. I don't know. It's it is what it is. It's
Snake
Asma,
Plissken?
so you're talking about 30% from the prototype.
Yeah,
minimum, right off the
was
rip, bro.
gonna say, I'm not entirely sold on the likeness as it is, much less
Really? I think
when
it's
it
pretty
actually
strong.
comes out.
I think the likeness
This
is
looks
strong.
more.
I just
This
don't think-
looks more like Winter Soldier than.
I think the
I'm giving you like 5 points for that, Fern. That's hilarious.
what's the actor's name? I totally just blanked on it.
Kurt
I
Warner,
think the
Russell?
likeness.
Kurt Russell,
yeah.
Kurt Russell. I think the likeness of
Warner.
the sideshow Big Trouble in Little China is
That's who
stronger
this
than
is.
this.
That's crazy. That actually is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna look.
That's a
it up.
great figure. He's also a lot younger in that movie, but like I don't. Yeah, I'm seeing like
I don't know about that, big dog.
this is like
I don't know about that.
70% Kurt Russell.
I don't know about that, Dean. I don't know about that. That's
That
a better
looks like-
likeness, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think so, bro.
He's younger though.
yeah. That's what I said. He's like younger in that movie, but
And he just has a different look in this movie. But yeah, I see more Kurt Russell here than I do in the other one.
Oh, I gotta get my eyes checked, I guess.
this is like I said. This is like 70-75% Kurt Russell. So when this comes out,
looks-
then-
That's
Didn't Captain Ron have an eye patch too?
Yes. Oh my god. That would be amazing.
I'm gonna make a Captain Ron figure, dude. I'd way rather have a Captain Ron anyway.
I also could have sworn he had a bigger gun. They did put the scope on it though.
Why'd they give him man titties? Like, why are they so low?
Because we want to see ourselves in the figures we collect, bro.
Hey, look.
It's because there's
That's why
no
I don't
flocking.
take pictures from the side, but
They gotta pat it, you know.
Treat it like real man titties.
I got nipples. Can you milk me?
No flocking on this.
There's no flocking, bro.
wow.
Batman Mondo 1/6 scale Clayface from Batman the Animated Series.
Does he have rubber
dig it.
arms?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Does he?
Are they
I don't know.
pre-posed or are they soft rubber to let you articulate them? I think
They're
they're soft rubber.
They are.
Ew.
Look at the wrist.
Or they're
Yeah,
clay.
it's like a rubber sleeve, like. Never mind.
I dig this.
I thought
I think it's like a line that I'm too far out of, but you know, if I had a Batman, I fuck with this. I think it's cool.
Is this a new one or is this
Although-
one that's shipping right now?
This is the new one that just went up today. I think we had seen prototype photos I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone
we
added
saw
a show sheet.
prototypes.
What is
Yeah.
this? You think I paid attention?
I thought
to that?
this
Yeah,
was
I don't know.
shipping already.
No, yeah, this is the one that's shipping. I think these were quote unquote
God
blogger
damn it.
photos.
Oh,
Why
okay.
did we
I
add this?
thought.
Why did we add this to the show sheet?
The price was like $280 for this thing.
Okay, so blogger photos. Yeah, we did. Did we?
We did.
I'm gonna look it up.
We did
I'm gonna look
when
it
it
up.
was in.
I don't remember ever
SDCC
seeing
or
these
New York.
photos.
No,
I
New
don't
York.
remember
We
ever
yeah
seeing
we
these
did talk.
photos.
We did
Yeah,
talk
we
about
talked
this.
about this.
I don't remember ever seeing.
I guess when we talked
Okay.
about the prototype, I don't think we ever talked about it going.
No,
up.
pre-order went up today,
Yeah,
and it sold
thought
out
people
already.
were
the
getting
exclusive.
No, yeah, I think we talked
No,
about
this-
the prototype.
We talked about the
not
prototype, but not. We didn't have photos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
this is
bad.
just from today.
Mike agreed with me though, so thank you, Mike.
Yeah, god damn it,
I
Mike.
still think you're wrong.
On that Ohio State high, you can't.
You're
Nothing.
gonna trust Equan over me? Come on.
He's a doctor, bro.
But he's an Asian doctor. That's better.
What does that mean?
that's even better.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's even
like I
better.
said
That's
it,
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
like,
What a fool.
Um,
Anyways.
yeah, this looks cool, but the arms are tripping me out. That's gonna eventually
Leave a mark.
tear. If because it looks like it's bent more here than on the other photos.
he looks like he has diabetes.
But there's no. Calm down. There's no. There's no articulation joint, so it leads me to believe that they're rubber, like sleeves on a
That's crazy, Eddie.
plastic skeleton.
That's shameless, bro. Well,
It's a
there's
crazy
that.
thing to say.
All right, we touched them all tonight. I think we touched them all.
He's just missing his Whataburger back. But
Jesus.
I hate that they continued to put like really dope exclusive pieces
I agree
behind that
completely.
like exclusive piece that's going to sell out fast. Where it's like that Batman head. That's got to go with the regular figure. That's a terrible thing to put behind an exclusive.
You're not wrong.
I don't think so. I think that
Yeah, I mean, if I was gonna have this in my display, I would want it to look like Clayface, not Batman. You know what I mean? Like if I was gonna put everything on the shelf, I'm not putting the Batman head on it.
No, but like.
Yeah, but I would want the
Oh, I
Batman
thought he
on
was
the
talking about the
chest.
Batman chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the one on the chest is.
I mean,
yeah.
both of those pieces are pretty awesome, and that claw too. Like, there's just so many cool things in there that they just shouldn't be putting behind the exclusive tag.
Is the gray thing coming out of the clay? Is that his penis?
dude, I was gonna say the
Jesus.
same thing, but I was like, I don't want to
Little-
make that joke.
Like a red rocket, but
I know it
Gray.
yeah, the gray rocket.
Ew.
It's like
And
an
those-
anteater.
Like, he even comes with his cubes.
We're all getting deported.
Well, that was happening. You're
Not
right.
me.
yeah.
Yeah, the mic's safe.
I'm taking over CW when you guys
They're
are
gonna
out
make you pay first, Fern, and then.
Yeah, they're like, we can't deport you yet. You gotta,
You got to balance, bro.
Over my dead body.
Well, hang
What
on.
if? Oh,
You
dude.
probably would collapse.
What if only one of your parents is Mexican?
I think they still deport everybody.
They'll deport half of me. I don't know.
Let's get into some junk drawer
I
here.
don't think you have to worry about that with Fern.
Jesus Christ. Daredevil Born Again official trailer. Do you want to watch this? I actually haven't seen this trailer.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we go out
It's-
to
Yeah, it's pretty
fucking
good.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's way
fuck
better
it
than
up.
I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
Well, at least
fuck
the
it up,
trailer
don't worry.
is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, calm down.
Yeah. There I go.
So
like one of those.
So it's
J&D
true
Now-
that they. Go ahead, Dean.
I was gonna say, to be fair to Eddie's point, they brought back the original showrunner.
Thank you.
So it's like literally the Netflix crew working on this.
But they had
I got
already
mad
started
respect for that.
filming a version of this that they scrapped, right? Like they
Yeah.
had
Is
that
gotten really
Kingpin?
far into it.
Yes.
That's him.
Damn, he
Why they
looks
letting
fucking
him lose weight?
small as shit, bro.
Yeah.
Slayer
Fuck.
Kingpin.
Yeah, he talked
There's a
about
lot
that,
of people
how
complaining about that.
Got
he had
fat
some health
bastard's
issues.
neck.
He had to lose weight.
Oh, Take that back. What I said.
Wait, yeah. Let me make the joke for you guys. He's got on his Zempic, bro.
A lot of time has passed.
I'm trying to get on it too, so I ain't got nothing to say.
Look at it. You've come up in the world.
Damn.
I could say the same about you.
Foggy got a haircut, dude.
The mayor
And he lost weight.
serves his city.
He still looks imposing though. Like he's big
Yeah.
enough.
This is coming out at a good time.
I
with our
think that's
new
a
president.
Vincent D'Onofrio thing. I think he always looks imposing.
I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask a really stupid question. Is this is a sequel to the net? You guys are saying they're bringing back the showrunners, but this is just continuing the story, right?
Correct.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Half.
Okay.
Kind of.
It could be multiverse,
hard to
right? Like who knows? They haven't really clarified, but yeah, it's
Okay,
it's a
got it.
With a
continuation.
violent nature.
Thank you.
Hating the power it has over us.
This has so much potential though. That was a bullseye.
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely the next
Sometimes
season.
peace
He's
needs
got
to be
Bullseye
broken.
going to jail.
Is he friends with King?
Chaos must reign.
No, they're like.
He hires him, no?
Oh shit, it's Punisher.
Putting the hatchet down.
Just to bring Punisher back out of the gate is such a good call too.
Yeah,
for sure.
I wouldn't be shocked though if there's like inconsistencies from the Netflix series though, right? Where they're like, oh, okay, well that happened in the Netflix series, but
Damn,
we're
this
doing
show
it
is
differently
fucking brutal for a Disney
Yeah,
show. Holy
to
fuck.
your point, Marco,
amazing.
I'm trying to remember. I think at the end of the last season there, like he busted Kingpin.
Did you see all the suits he had? He had
when
the
did he become
Shadowlands suit.
mayor.
yeah,
He
Yeah,
had
two
the
conversations
X-Force,
going on. X-Force, the Gold Bug,
the Shadowlands.
Black Knight. Oh,
someone
sorry.
did point out that it's hilarious that he's got different
does he know?
colors and he is blind.
How does he know which one he's putting on?
He's got an umbrella on the back.
He's got sonar, doesn't he? I guess that doesn't.
Motherfucker, sonar doesn't tell you color.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike.
Never mind. I can't.
I would be okay if they didn't really even explain it. Like, okay, this is pick up wherever they want to pick up, and don't explain the last season. That's fine.
Yeah,
with me,
because they had
honestly.
Kingpin in the other Disney shows too, and I don't remember them ever touching on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
He was in
Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck?
Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
Also, is this before or after She-Hulk? Because he was
After.
clearly Daredevil in that show, and he didn't.
No, he was after.
Kingpin was like, "Why'd you stop being a vigilante?" It's like,
Is this
I was-
before or after Spider-Man?
It might be
After.
intertwined.
Yeah.
Like She-Hulk and Spider-Man might start off before those things and then like intertwine it. I don't know.
You think
We'll see.
you think he's got powers now since he got a little bit of her serum?
Wow.
Ew.
He got a little bit of hers
Wow.
I mean,
That's crazy.
both ways.
because she's a man. Is
It went
that
up
what
in
you're
his pee hole, I think.
His uterine.
I mean, you
he
could definitely
was
catch
fucking
stuff from women. So
They should have brought Colin Farrell back as Bullseye.
Oh God,
Yeah.
no! Stop.
Imagine,
he's too
bro,
busy
if they brought
being
him back in
Penguin.
like in Doomsday or whatever in those two films, that'd be crazy.
I wanted to see these characters bleed into the movies.
I do too.
He already did.
I mean, that's the hot rumor that Daredevil will be in Secret Wars.
Yeah, because I want to see the Punisher, dude. I love.
Yeah.
I always get his name wrong.
Bernthal.
Bernthal?
John
Bern-
Bernthal.
Bernthal?
Baron-
Jeremy Benthal.
On Burnthal.
Jeremy-
Menthols.
Yeah,
That's
menthol. I think it's. I'll go to Seed to Ben's better judgment there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeremy Benthal, isn't that what you said or something?
Barenthal, I think it's.
Something. But yeah, when they brought him back in this trailer, I was like, oh hell yeah, dude, because he was my favorite part of the Netflix squad of characters. I never could get into Daredevil. Maybe I'll give this a shot. You know, when it comes out, we'll see.
Dude, if you
Dude,
like
you should
him
watch
as
Daredevil with your
Punisher,
eyes closed.
he
dude.
is
That'd be like the
way
full
better
experience.
in Daredevil than in his own series.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. I think they took all the punishing out of his character in his own series. He was just more whiny than anything.
What? He punished the fuck out of
No.
everyone in that show.
Go watch season 2 of Daredevil, bro. That's
Yeah,
true
okay.
Punisher.
He is good in season 2. Yeah, like a
couldn't
little too good.
I really liked Luke Cage too.
I did
Yeah.
too.
What-
Well,
what-
for season 1, Luke Cage.
What season is
two
it when he?
not good.
What season is it when he shoots that Mexican guy like a mile away, like across the border? Was that season 1 or season 2?
That's happening now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's happening.
Wow.
Punisher? Trump?
That was a pretty close scene.
Too soon.
Yeah, cartel, our foreign terrorist organization, dude.
Let's
Greta
see what transition
Gerwig's
you can.
Narnia film. Speaking of borders, Greta Gerwig's Narnia film is set to premiere exclusively in 1,000 IMAX theaters for 3 to 4 weeks, starting November 26, 2026.
She's making movies now? I thought she was too busy doing global warming stuff.
Don't you slander my girl like that, bro.
That's
ruin this
a
for me, Dean.
hilarious
Don't
joke.
ruin
That is.
I
You
just
know
got
what,
it. I just got
Dean?
it.
You know what, Dean? Hang on. It's gonna take a second to get there. Just keep this. Keep this thought. Keep this thought. Hang on. Oh, did they delete it? Oh my gosh. Wait, is it here? I don't know. Here we go.
How dare you?
There we go.
That's exactly what Adriana said when I sent her this. She was like, I thought of the other Greta.
Took me a minute, but we got there. I really liked the first Narnia film. I didn't really like the other ones, but I am excited. I have a special place in my heart. I've always said like I would love a 1/6 scale Narnia of the, I think Peter is his name.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, I'd be down for this.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing. I got me kind of pumped because I mean, the original story is actually kind of sad and crazy, like the whole
The Germans, bro.
what?
The Germans.
Germans?
Yeah, that's why they were in the cupboard.
That was happening during.
Yeah. It's also
I guess it's good timing.
Religious allegory. Also, they all die at the end, which I thought was kind of dark.
Spoilers, bro. Come on.
Wait,
Bro,
in the end of the first movie or the end of the
No,
whole
no,
series?
at the end
No,
of
at the end
the
of the
books,
series.
like,
Yeah.
God,
Really?
bro, that's not
Spoiler alert,
spoilers.
bro.
Bro, that
the
book series
fuck,
is
bro?
fucking old as shit.
Yeah, but you can't just spoil things like that, bro. That's crazy. There, you have to have respect, bro. That's crazy. You can't just spoil things for people.
Bro, if you haven't read, I don't know where the fuck.
What if
you've
I was
been.
planning to read it, bro?
You're a 35-year-old man.
I have a fucking child. What the hell, bro? Now you just ruined the whole book series for me.
Well, your
You gotta
child
respect,
doesn't know.
Dean.
Read them to her.
You gotta have respect, Dean.
Bro, the book series has only been around longer than you've been alive. How have you not
Yeah, well, I
read
couldn't
them
fucking
at
read it
all?
before I was alive, you fucking fool.
Okay, but you've had 30 years to read it.
Yeah, but I've only had a kid for like 7 years.
Okay, so what happened
She
in
wasn't
all
old enough
of
to
your
read those books.
middle school, high
didn't have a kid
school,
back then.
college? Yeah, you couldn't have read a fucking book? What are you doing?
I read plenty of books. What the fuck?
Okay, well then stop
I
complaining.
should read this book. You get
That's your fault.
It's your fault because you just spoiled it. I was gonna read it, but now I
I
can't.
spoiled it
feels
today.
like
You've
something
had
for
20
CW
years
Plus, guys.
leading up to this.
No.
Just giving
Just
it
for
away
that,
for free.
Dean,
No.
I'm gonna spoil the end of the Bible for you. All right.
Wait, so
Wow.
He dies at the end and comes back. Boom,
Okay, well,
spoiled.
to be fair, the lion is Jesus. Let's just get that clear. He even
Well,
specifies
spoiler
it
alert, bro.
in the
Oh my
book.
god, it just keeps going.
Actually pronounced Jesus, but all right, go on.
They deported his ass too. So
Jesus.
It's actually Jesus.
So it's, you can't say things like that.
Are you done, Dean? Or?
Right.
Zach's the one that kept it going.
I'm not. What the hell?
I just said I'm excited. This is cool.
Well, yeah. Then you ruined the book.
Well, I
Wait,
mean,
so who dies?
again,
Damn, I just read how they died too, bro. That's crazy.
it doesn't like outwardly say it. It's just, it's kind of like, did you ever read The Giver?
I watched.
Well, he
the
didn't
movie.
die in that book. At the end of the book, in the second book,
man.
he's alive. It's implied, but
Fucking
in the second
spoilers,
book.
dude. God damn. I haven't
Well, now
read
I wanted Dean to be spoiled, so I spoiled him. Boom. How you like how it feels?
The
I
Not
Giver,
very
hated
good,
the
is
ending
it?
of The Giver.
Wait, what did you say?
I said I hated the ending of the movie, The Giver.
That's because you're a taker.
I didn't
Eddie.
watch the movie. Zach, you are a receiver, I guess.
Wow,
he's a bottom.
I just said that Eddie's a taker. You stole my joke.
Because I didn't want to say Zach takes gifts, but he receives.
Oh yeah, there you go. I'm a better gift receiver.
We're checking all the boxes
I'm not
of the
that
phobias
kind of
tonight.
receiver, guys. Damn.
My heart goes out to you.
Wow. But he's got a kid.
I have a child.
I'm very excited about this news. I was really hyped when I saw it. I love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe a lot. It came out when I was in, I think, starting high school, and then I really liked the second and third one. I didn't know that anybody liked them at all. I guess the first movie did really well, and the second and third movie were failures. But also I think it was going up against Marvel just started and Lord of the Rings. I think there was some hype around Lord of the Rings or something, and Harry Potter and everything at the time, so that's why it didn't do well. But I am really excited to see it getting another shot. It's gonna be fully released in theaters, but it's going on Netflix pretty fast, I guess. So that's
3 to 4 weeks.
really awesome. And I'm excited. I haven't seen any of her 3 movies that she's done. I didn't hear what he said.
Hey, you just read the thing that's right under you.
Oh. Motherfucker. Just implant yourself in that seat and don't speak.
Wow. Wow. Callback.
I haven't seen Barbie, I haven't seen Lady Bird, and I haven't seen Little Women, but they're really successful movies. So now I want to go back and watch at least Lady Bird and Little Women. I don't know that I'll ever watch Barbie.
A bird?
But it's
Lady Bird.
It's exciting to see she has some good movies.
It's about Lady Bird
under
Johnson?
her belt.
No, it's about Saoirse Ronan.
I was on a plane with her once.
Barbie's actually a
LBJ
fun
or Saoirse
movie.
Ronan?
Eddie, you may
Lady
not
Bird
hate it.
Johnson.
Oh, you
Mrs. Bird Johnson.
I'll give it a shot.
So Eddie, you pointed out the whole in theaters and then to Netflix. I don't know if that model is going to be super successful unless they give us a huge reason to go to the theater first. And I love IMAX, right? IMAX is kind of unbeatable. I just saw Interstellar there, expanded aspect ratio. Crazy. That's an experience you can't get at home. So if they can do something like that where they're okay, you can see it in IMAX in 3 to 4 weeks, but at home. But if you go to IMAX, you're going to get this special theater experience. I feel like that's a way to get people back to the
you're
theater.
going to get a
but it also
wardrobe
has to be
popcorn
shot in
bucket.
IMAX.
Hey, that goes hard, Dean. That's a great idea.
It has to be shot in IMAX, though. Just being IMAX to me, it's if it's not shot natively in IMAX, it's
not
the
shot in
same, my
IMAX means a lot of different things though too. But you're right though. Give us that
I want a
expanded
climax
aspect
from the
ratio.
IMAX. You know what I'm saying?
So the whole reason they put these in theaters though, right, is just for Oscar bait, right? Because I think they have to have a certain amount of
is that true?
theatrical run in order to be.
I think that's why Netflix started doing that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the way I was reading it is they're more putting it in theater for the experience of people who want to go to the theater. Otherwise, Netflix would have just released it straight on Netflix. I don't think they care. Well, I'm sure they care now because they want the money, but I think it was more we're putting it in theater for you to see it that way. Otherwise, it'll be on Netflix a couple weeks later.
But for that to be successful, they need people to show up right to these 1,000 theaters.
Yeah, but I'm
And
saying
it's
I
gotta
don't
be a
think they
different
care how successful their theater release is because they care about their watch, how many watchers on Netflix they get.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they care about us going to see it. I think this is intentionally for award season.
Yeah, it could be.
I
I'm
mean,
just
is it
curious
going to
if
win any
they're-
fucking awards? I mean, it's fucking Narnia, bro.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be best actor.
I mean,
right?
I
mean,
love
it
the
could be
first
special
movie, but
effects,
it's not
it
a
could be
fucking Oscar
soundtrack.
award.
It could be any other thing.
I'm with Zach.
I mean, are they going to show the train thing at the end, or?
Zach, don't you like fucking Merlin and shit? And you're over here.
Okay, Eddie, shut your fucking mouth.
No,
about Merlin, first of all.
okay,
How dare you?
Just to Zach's point, I love the Sonic movies. They're not winning Oscars, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
No, wait,
Oscars are for
You're comparing this to Sonic? I'm sorry.
It's
you guys
a
are
young
thinking of
adult.
you guys are thinking of the big awards, right? Best film, best actor. There's all kinds of technical awards that
That's true.
Sonic could be nominated for.
They snubbed
Right?
Sonic this year, actually.
Exactly, he was screwed. So I really think that a lot of this stuff is going to be negotiated into these films nowadays, that they're going to need at least a minimum release because they're going to want that kind of award season attention.
There you go.
Right, you're right.
Let's see here. Switch 2 was announced. You want to play this commercial? I would like to, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
time. I have some thoughts on
I like
this.
shitting on Nintendo, so.
Yeah, there you go. That's why we're doing it. Here we go. Let's see.
Literally?
Where's the button?
Maybe be careful with the music though, because I hear Nintendo's
I'm
pretty
not
crazy
shy,
with their
son.
copyright stuff.
Yeah, Nintendo sucks.
Yeah, here we go. Switch 2, baby. Because we couldn't think of any other names.
Switch it up.
They could have called it the Super Nintendo Switch, bro. The fucking
Should have been the Super Nintendo
Switch hitter.
Switch.
Jesus. Glock Switch, maybe. You know, could have been a lot of names. Bigger, different hardware, I guess. Some extra buttons. I do like the dual USB-C. I think that's actually pretty clutch. I don't
The
understand
stand.
why this stand. Well, the original has a stand, but why it goes down so far? That's a weird angle to play a game at. I think there's got to be something about the functionality with that.
The best arc though.
Now, you're not wrong. I do like that they're adding these little pieces to the Joy-Cons. Apparently, people are saying that the Joy-Con Switch itself is going to be the same one as the Steam Gate, which is, I guess it's the way it's designed. It can't develop stick drift for whatever that's worth. These are also magnet attachments that attach to the dock. It doesn't slide on anymore. It clicks in. And I think that this is a mouse. I think these are mice. And I'm wondering how that's going to work. But the way that they do the video here, they tilt them on their sides like this. And so I think this is a mouse, like two mice, which I think is going to be very interesting for gameplay. They even look like little mice here.
Wow, look at this. You're right. I noticed that.
I do think, though, this part here, there are people that do like repairs on systems. They're basically like, this fucking part is going to keep us in business. Like the fact that it's this tiny little port that people could break easily. They're saying that that could be a failure point for the system. Obviously, a lot of people made a lot of money on stick drift with the Joy-Cons, but I don't know. I like the form factor of the Switch. I know the Switch OLED was, an improvement on that. To me, this just seems like, I don't know, move on from the Switch. I think, Marco, you had some good points about it, though. It's like it's just selling like hotcakes. Like, it's just too successful.
They're just selling so many of these. And I think like all the companies, right? During the pandemic, so many new people got into gaming. They sold like record number of units. And so they're like really hesitant to move on from the ecosystems they've established, right? That's like, all right, everything's going to be incremental now. You're going to be able to keep your games from the previous one, and we're going to bring you along really slowly. So I wish the name was a little different, though. I'm with you. It should have been Super Nintendo Switch. It would have been a little more hype than just Switch 2. It's like, I don't know. But this isn't really for me, though. I'm not like
Switch
a huge...
360, bro.
That's right. I'd rather see what Sony does with their handheld in a few.
Now, they do say that basically like 99.9% of Nintendo Switch games will work on the system. But there will be Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games. A lot of people are speculating the games that wouldn't work would be like the Labos game, which is like build like cardboard stuff, and like it's kind of like a real gimmicky game, and essentially like most titles will be able to port over, which I think is important, backwards compatibility. But they are going to list a full list of games that are not compatible on their website in a later date.
Did they list any hardware improvements with this?
Not in this trailer. Tony Tom says, "Why are you not complaining about PlayStation's name for their devices?" I think it's stupid. At the same time, though, it's been around as long as I've basically been sentient. So at this point, it's like PS2. I was like in 4th grade when this shit came out. So
yeah, they've also.
I think it's been done though.
Kept to a pattern, right?
Yeah,
they don't just
like
name
Nintendo.
their
It's
shit
like
arbitrarily, like
Nintendo 64,
Nintendo
Wii,
and Xbox,
GameCube, Switch. Yeah, that's kind of where my complaint's at, Tony.
Yeah.
I do think though at some point a different like a PS6 would be kind of a weird name. Like PS12, PS15. Like, at what point do you
It's
like
gonna
okay.
be PSX, and then they're gonna
Ooh,
start.
that would go pretty fucking hard actually, Eddie. You might want to trademark that ASAP.
There already was a PSX.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it really?
The original one is called the PSX.
Wow, learn something new every day.
I knew that.
I don't know. I think Nintendo's kind of doubled down on like not focusing on graphic fidelity and frame rate in lieu of like console exclusive experiences,
which are the same fucking Mario game every other year, another version of fucking Mario Kart, Mario Party, and a Zelda
Smash.
game. Like, gee,
yeah, but if you're selling
thanks.
millions of cartridges with that roster, like why switch it up? You know what I'm saying?
We
It's
get
probably
a
not a huge
Pokemon
incentive
Snap.
for them to do
Let's
that.
get a new Pokemon Snap, dude.
Dude, there was one like 2 years ago. It was fucking awesome.
I knew that too.
Yeah, that game's fun.
Yeah, but then you see people like Pal World making a much better version of Pokemon. It's like
You're not
Nintendo,
wrong.
get your fucking head out of your ass and start making the games people want to play. There's
yeah,
no
but Pokemon
incentive
would never
to
make
spend.
a Power World. Where you're
Okay,
fucking
well, you
shooting.
don't, you don't need to
first-person
add
shooter.
guns, but do something like that.
would
The
love to
last
shoot
Pokemon game that came out was fucking atrocious.
Which one was the last one?
I don't fucking.
The last one I
remember.
played was like a different Pokemon game and it fucking sucked. It wasn't Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go was amazing. It was like Pokemon Arceus something.
Some shit like
it was
that.
Like
It
a
was
free
like-
roam game and it fucking
Yeah,
sucked.
I was gonna say it's open world. There's like nothing going on. It's terrible.
Dude, we
It's
played for
ugly
3
as
hours
shit.
and we couldn't get past this one Pokemon that was like level 80 and like it just kept following me and like kicking the shit out of me. I was like, I can't. This fucking Rapidash keeps fucking
Leave me alone.
raping my
Could you
shit, dude. I'm like
imagine-
trying to run away from this fucking thing. It's like a monstrous unicorn, bro.
If they made like an Ark Pokemon game where you had to survive on an island with Pokemon, but you had to like eat them and hunt them too.
Eat 'em.
So and then like also enslave
Magikarp,
them to
bro.
help you build more
That's Power World,
buildings and
bitch.
stuff. Like yeah, but with Pokemon, I want to hunt and kill a Tauros and eat it. That would be amazing to do in a game.
Did a Magikarp, dude, or eat that snow like that one episode?
But anyway,
Anyways.
it's $200 more than the regular Switch. It's a little bit bigger. What's the incentive to spend that kind of money on the same shit again? It's Nintendo. It's all they do. It's like, oh hey, you guys like the Game Boy Advance? Here's a gimmicky version called the DS. Oh, you like that? Here's the DS Lite, and then the fucking whatever the fuck was next. It's the same shit over and over and over again. It's old. I fucking hate Nintendo.
I need one of these.
Tell us how you really feel. Let's see what else. we
Will
got
it be
here.
more expensive? Probably.
He just said that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
$200 more.
Okay, I'll take the old one then.
The barrier
Actually,
to
I'll
entry though on the
take
Switch
the
is like really low. though. You can get
refurbished old one, too.
A used Switch for like fucking $70.
Can you?
Yes.
Because I tried to get one when.
Switch, not the one with the controllers that come off.
Oh yeah, I'm not playing that. You wanted me to get Animal Crossing, and I was like, why the fuck are these things so goddamn expensive still?
Because they fucking buy them, bro.
And then the fucking the OLED one came out, and I was like,
That one's super expensive, bro.
yeah, it's fucking horseshit.
Here we go. Sony cancels live action God of War game.
Live service.
Oh, thank you. Jesus Christ, I can't read.
Yeah, on the show sheet it said live action.
It said a movie.
show.
I was like, what's a
Yeah.
live action movie, bro?
But this is live service, which implies they were going to be selling skins and shit. Which, good. Cancel that shit. Stop doing that in games. If it's not fucking free to play, stop selling shit in your game. How about that? How about that based opinion?
I would stop if it was.
Wow, that's a callback to 2 hours ago.
Base.
Sonic Force has a release date of March
This'll cheer 'em up.
2027. March 19th.
Hey.
I'm gonna find the
Look how
plot for
quickly
this
he
and spoil it
turns.
for Dean. Just kidding.
I mean,
is Dr. Eggman confirmed Jim Carrey or no?
No. I mean, I don't think you could.
I heard he
technically
dies in the last one.
I don't think you could technically spoil a Sonic movie. They're all kind of based on the games.
He moves left to right, and
I was spoiled.
In fact, Sonic 3, you can buy it right now, fellas, on Amazon. I bought it. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know what story direction they're going, so...
the same one they've used for the last 3. So.
Well, that's not true.
It's pretty
The
much
second movie
true.
was Sonic and Knuckles, and the third movie was Sonic Adventures, so they could go...
Sorry, Sonic.
They
and
keep
Knuck-
adding characters, but the
They
story
just keep
stays
making
the same.
Sonic.
No, the stories are the stories of the games. What are you talking about?
Are they
The story
really?
is Eggman comes to destroy them, and they win every time.
That's okay. You're
And
That's
then
a-
Sonic
seems like
goes
an
Super
oversimplification.
Sonic.
Trying to
yeah,
gas
you're
station,
oversimplifying it on purpose.
Don't
I
let him
like
get you.
He's trolling you.
That's
I
an
don't think this is a
oversimplification.
real.
Yeah.
I like them. The story, it's not reinventing the wheel here.
I didn't say they were. I'm saying, I don't know what they could go. They could go Sonic 06. They could go Sonic CD.
Nobody
like
knows
Sonic
this
CD?
except you, though.
Do you like
You're
Sonic
the only
CD?
person that knows these things.
I like
started-
the game
I
that
started
was
playing
on
Sonic
the
Frontiers
Sonic,
the other day, so I
on
know
the
what's going
Sega
on.
CD.
Oh, okay. You fucking bitch. CW Plus, Dean. What are we talking about? CW Plus.
I actually don't know.
We're gonna talk Donald Trump. We're gonna talk the INART Standard Gate, is what we're calling it. A little bit of a temper tantrum on Facebook that we thought was funny, and updates on my pre-order cancellation. I guess we'll see what happened with that. If you're a Patreon, we'll drop the link to CW Plus here in the chat. If you want to join, patreon.com/collectingweekly. The only thank you to the Patreonies, please.
Yeah, give a quick shout out to Captain Fordo, Ian CV, Renee Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Gist, Joao Brada, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Guns Figs, Billy Badfish, Joe Chet Beaks Corpus, Luke Skywalker, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Big Ol' Fern, Cesar Martin Quinn, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomoski, Victor Gregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Alan Morgan, Two Cothry Wah, Derek B, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, Aurelius Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sith Scale Collector, Jared G, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Trevor Weed, Darren Elderton, Matt Clevenger, Dom, Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Shift Parent, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and GG, the Judgmental. MSGG. Could she say hi to us later?
Wow, there you go.
She's not even home right now.
Wow, look at
damn
this.
it.
Look at this. We were going to give him a shout out, but we'll do it here. Kiki D's Garden. Hello, I'm Big Rib's wife. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Rob. I hope you have a happy birthday.
Big
Birthday, Big Rib.
Dean, I'm actually really excited because Big Rib will be back in San Antonio. I think it's the weekend before Valentine's Day or the weekend of Valentine's holiday. We should all go get dinner and treat him to a meal. I think that'd be
let's
lovely.
do it.
Love Big Rib. Love the Rib family. Thank you guys for all the support. They watch
Big
us
Ribs.
together. Yeah, they watch us together and they love it.
Oh,
so.
cute.
Yeah, appreciate that. Happy birthday. Everyone in the chat, wish Big Rib a happy birthday, please. We'll bring your comments up. Let's see here. January, February Patreon benefits. We have the Jobs Not Finished sticker and the I'm a Nut sticker. Those are going out at the end of February, early March. Everyone should have or should be receiving their last stickers here pretty soon. I shipped them out, I think, about a week and a half ago. Jesus Christ. Happy birthday, Big Rib from 16Fix. Taking a look at the Patreon benefits. You got the hot seat, $5 a month, stickers sent straight to your door. Just kidding. Digital benefits, $7.50. The sticker tier, $15 for figure fixes, and what a guy for doubles of all the stickers we send. The Fed says the couple that watches CW together stays together.
Wow.
Looking at our channel memberships, we have Absolute Irwin.
Zach, you forgot one more Patreon benefit.
Oh, I don't have it on here. Ox
CW Plus.
CW Plus. I was going to call it Ox Plus. CW Plus. So getting the branding down.
All of them. All
there
the
we
tiers.
go. All the tiers. All the tiers. Let's see here.
You won't be weeping any tears because if you're any of these tiers, you get CW Plus.
CW Plus, baby. all kidding aside, I think it's going to be a fun little short stream we're about to do. Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Amanda Doms, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC 3PO, Chris Valserina, Chris V, CD63 DJ, Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gary Bear, Good Old Sponchka, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Card, Jared G, LV Vendor 702, Mark Pearson, Mike L, Eddie Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 16 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Phil the Full, SBM, Sam Giss, Scarnlord, SpongeBob, SquarePants, Sunnyville Russ, The Ben Thomas Show. Why is my button not freaking working? Can you feature those comments for me, Dean? I don't know why my comment button's not working. The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, Exodus, and Trevor Weed.
What the heck?
Is my mouse not working? I think I'm having that glitch you had earlier, Dean, where it's not.
Yeah, I clicked one thing and it went away.
There we go. Big Rib, Defat, Kiki D's Garden. Let's see. Patreon. Geez, I'm all over the place. Membership $2.99 for a peanut gallery. 99 cents if you're on the Patreon. You get loyalty badges, custom chat emojis, and more. We also have TeePublic. And looking at the network, we have Just Another Friday Night on Friday. I believe it's Small Talk this week, After Dark tomorrow at 10:30. And yeah, very excited for all that. Any shout outs that we want to give?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Tino the OG. I did an interview with him on Saturday. That was really fun. If you like Sonic stuff, check that out. It was a ton of fun, and we had a good time.
Quick shout out to Big Rib. Happy birthday. Shout out to Mrs. Rib. And just if anyone's not watching Severance, perfect time to catch up. Season 2's on. Such a great freaking show on Apple Plus. What do you got there for?
Bombarding me with ads.
Oh, bro, you gotta
Yeah, I
watch
was gonna say shout out to Daisho for finally shipping my Joker. I missed to talk about it on the new this week, but
is that the
You
Artisan?
made that thing win all those awards and you didn't even have it yet?
Not only did he not have it, he didn't even have the Artisan.
They took their sweet ass time to ship it. I just got it today.
Aren't they down the street from you? Go knock on their door.
I know, right? I was like, what the fuck? I guess, I don't know. It was a big day yesterday, so I got delivered today.
There you go. Shout out to the Big Rib birthday boy. Anyways, anyone else have a shout outs they want to give? Anybody? No? I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Fern.
God damn it.
God damn it. Love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.